Evening, everybody, and welcome to what is the last recap of the season. God, it's gone quickly, hasn't it? I'm joined today by Lord Brainlord himself. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, still a bit. He's still a bit peaky, but I think it'll be okay. And we
I was too
have.
excited. I said the hello. Really.
Yeah, no, that was the loudest you've been in the. We did
It's so
some
cute.
pre-testing, and you blew it out the water with that enthusiastic hello. No, it's fine. So there's a little bit of a run of show today. We're gonna go. My plan is we're gonna go into Blood Bowl 3, and we're gonna look at all the teams from the bottom of the table up. So everyone gets one last look at their beloved team, potentially, and then we'll go through and have a look in more detail at the playoff picture. I've had a quick look at the bracket. It's very lopsided. I will say there's quite a few intra G-Man matchups, even a couple of intra G-Man Premier matchups, which I think is very exciting. But we'll get
I've
to
not
that in
had a
due
look at the
time.
bracket, so I'll be seeing it first time. I'm excited.
Oh, lovely. I don't know if you saw, but I checked it this morning on my phone while I was half asleep waking up, and I managed to delete my opponent from the spreadsheet because it wasn't on view only. So I had to ask the admins to put him back in, which was an interesting way to start. But right, let's go to G-Man Premier, shall we? We'll also have a quick skim of the results now that the results are all in. After all of that,
Intra-realm matchups too, as Source says. I guess if we're intra G-Man, there's going to be intra-realm as well.
yeah.
But who cares? We don't care about those ones. No one's going to watch that stuff. Rel.
That's the best way to look at.
Yeah, I'm.
Join a competition.
Yeah, I'm going to let you. You're the admin, right? Are you an admin?
No, God, no.
No. All right.
Okay, so
admin,
Sword and the
Yeah.
admins have been very organised and have already gotten rid of the G-Man Premier competition.
Oh, have they?
To keep things
That's
very
gonna make
nice
this
and
a
very
little
trim.
bit
So
harder.
we can
look at the
still do
huge
this
Jackman.
because I can go to the aptly named Gamers tab, and if I trust that everyone's Blood Bowl username is very close. Well, I can just use I'll just tab back and forth. So everyone's gonna have to endure a bit of 30 FPS Blood Bowl admin menus, and we'll start with the Imperator Vex because they did win the wooden spoon at the end.
I was thinking, can we look at the bye-weeks team? I don't actually know who plays for them.
Yeah, I don't. Well, because we don't have the competition, we don't know anymore.
Also, I think 30 FPS is eyeballing it.
Okay, right. Well, this is the problem with Blood Bowl. There's so many moving parts, even on the menus. Anyway, Imperator Vex. And then we can hopefully. This is where we hope that they didn't have that many teams. And look at this. This is perfect. Only 3 teams. Good stuff. And so this is the final position of the Grime Ministers after everything. God, they never even got a sneaky kit on a Nooligan.
Yeah, the troll never even. One troll never leveled. This is sad times.
I think one of them might have died. Yeah, one died midway through in Imperator's defense.
This is not a lot compared to, like, say, T-Self's Goblin team.
Wow, the T-Self's had 2 seasons. Oh, this guy's had 2 seasons. This guy had like half a season. Remember, he joined halfway through last season, if I remember correctly.
I think T-Self might have even had 3 or 4 seasons, to be fair as well.
But yeah, 3 stunties made it to playoffs. Unfortunately, it'll cost us the stunty ticket, I'm pretty sure. The problem of having people like T-Self play stunties is that the rest of us mortals lose the stunty ticket in the future.
Spoiling it for everybody.
Yeah. These poor guys. So I don't know if anyone hasn't been on Discord recently. You might have noticed that Imperator Vex got himself a wooden spoon made for himself and had it detailed with the Rebel logo. So,
do you reckon he threw his last game to make sure he didn't have to give it away? Because it actually looks quite nice. It's quite well made.
It looks very nice. Apparently, it's setting back all of £8. So, you know, not a bad pickup. And unfortunately, he did label it G-Man Season 6, so we can't like etch people's names into the backside of the spoon and have it shipped around.
That would be very good.
Which probably was the smarter thing to do, but this option saves a lot on postage costs, and there's no chance of it getting lost. So
actually, it probably costs a lot more than £8 to.
Yeah, exactly. The post, especially if we have to go cross continent, it could be a long one. But this is a well-themed team, a well-named team, and you've got to show some respect to it. I suspect Imperator Vex will be sticking around, so I didn't get to play him this. Oh, did I get? I don't think I got to play him this season. Looking
I've
forward.
not yet played any of the Stunties in G-Man Premier, despite lurking around here and not
Um,
doing particularly well for years.
yeah, okay, well, that was well dodged. But no, this team is just a bit of a mess, to be honest. Bomber rostered, outrageous. Hooligan with no SPP. How many games has this guy played? Only 3. Okay, he did have a dead. Oh my god, this team is cursed. Let's get away before I get cursed.
Yeah,
by association.
Yeah, this is a sad team to look at. Hello,
Let's have a
Martin
look at
Krug.
Basti next. Basti was runner-up in the wooden spoon competition. Second from bottom, and had
Went
a
all the
nice
way.
little late run of form with his team. Where are we? Oh, he's got like 6 pages of teams.
Oh my god. This guy's got more teams than I've played games of Blood Bowl.
Yeah. Here we are, Rerisen Revolutionaries. Let's see how these guys ended up. And yeah, Subcommandant Marcus actually carried the team to a few points towards the back end of the season, so congratulations. We made it to 5 editions of Ho Chi Minh and Simon Bolivar, as well as Mahatma Gandhi as well, the 5th edition.
We've broken the 1100 TV barrier.
Mahatma Gandhi, and apparently on hunger strike, an SPP strike, if not hunger strike, because I don't think he's ever managed to get above like level 2 in any of his editions. International Ghoul Volunteer does survive the season, which is not bad.
Nice.
Congratulations to them. I'm sure there'll be. I wonder if there'll be judged to be a coward in the inevitable tribunal that will happen after this season.
Truth and Reconciliation Committee.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, these guys finished 1, 2, and 9. I suspect both of these wins were against the bye week, I dare say. Let me just check. Who was that one win?
I think it was quite recent, unless it was the bye week.
I think it was the bye week, I'm pretty sure. Did they play him pretty early? I can't actually see the win. Season 5. 2-1 loss, 2-1 loss. 1-0 loss, 1-0 loss, 2-1 loss.
It must be the bye week, right? Because otherwise it would be here.
Oh, the bye week doesn't show up. So it's the bye week.
Like
I demand a recap. Unfortunately, in a 12-game season, that's pretty quick to do. 2 draws.
But
yeah.
2 heroic draws at the end.
That was impressively done to get a draw
They
with this
were
roster.
building for the future. If only there was a next season, it could really turn it around.
Yeah, he could have done. Anyway, congratulations, Bazdi, on getting through the season and carrying through quite an impeccable spirit, which is what's the important thing amongst the revolutionaries. So very much congratulations.
Mentality is got to be your first thing. Everything else can follow once you've got that sorted.
All right, so after this, there's a huge jump to Gorbash, who is also Shambly, the Playful Undead, and they did make it to 11 with their 2 wins. I think everybody else got their 2 wins against either the bye week, Basti, or Imperator. So there's quite a big jump to everybody else. We'll have a quick look at Gorbash's team. Check profile. God, everyone's got such a high level on there. I'm like level 80, and I thought I was trying hard. These guys are all like level 150. And this was the Wrestle Zombie Galore team. I remember now. It turns out Movement 4 Wrestle might not be the ticket to success, but
again, planning for the future. These are all going to be Wrestle Zombies in.
Did they have Wrestle in the new? Is that the new thing? They have Wrestle and Gouge or whatever it is.
I think it's just because block is like 30k. So I think for
true. Yeah, Wrestle will become the
Wrestle. I think Wrestle's like it's not bad. I mean, it is bad for zombies, but it's not. It's also not bad for zombies.
It's better than nothing, isn't it? It's still making it safer. Better than Brawler.
Sometimes they like people to be on the floor, but they don't want to be on the floor themselves. Certainly better than Brawler. But I think we'll be seeing a lot more of it, so it's probably not terrible to get some experience in.
Yeah. A stealth Juggernaut buff. Like that skill didn't need any more buffs.
It's now
for sure.
Pretty tasty.
People might start taking it first skill. Like let's say you have like a human blitzer. I go like tackle Mighty Blade Juggernaut instead of Mighty Blade Tackle. Everyone's farming Wrestle. But
I think the human blitzers do that. I think they start with tackle now anyway. So
oh wow, goodness me. Power creep.
There's more starting tackle as well. Yeah, it's tough times for the old agile boys.
Yeah. And this is kind of very. I see why. Like this is pretty much the Basti team plus like 100 team value of very useful skills. Like, there's like not a single like flex skill on there, is there? He's got a strip ball and a zombie, but apart from that, I feel
apart from
really
a couple of
bad for
randoms. Yeah.
Gorbash this season because we've probably always been recapping his team just after the other undead team, and so like he can never get that much
Stealing his
time
thunder.
because he's always been between the comedically bad Revision Revolutionaries and then like the serious playoff teams.
I do think, as someone who's spent most of his career there, the sort of bottom half, but not right at the bottom, is like the lamest place to be for blah blah. It's not fun to be like quite bad for your season, but
well,
it's
it just
like
sounds you need to
you're
start.
not actually
You need to
doing
start getting
well.
more
Low
comedic with it, get a
motivation.
bit more whimsy in your lifestyle. But
Yeah, you just got to start throwing games at this point.
I mean, look, if there's a grand reset, undead suddenly become the hot ticket. So Gorbash has got all the prepping beforehand, and he can accelerate in the new rules set
I think yeah,
potentially.
it does feel a little bit like he's thinking about next season, which you've got to respect it.
Yeah. We have our first admin here at the bottom, not the bi-week admin. It's Gaustus, and it's the Sense Offenders. And not quite here. Gaustus did a lot of recapping this season, and he recapped the horrible. He did the hardest recaps, the like week 7 and week 4 recaps where the hype has died down. Everyone's tired of playing, and no one wants to do anything. And he was there putting in the hour shifts solo.
Churning out those ads.
Yeah, churning out farming ads. Forgot about that. Well reminded. I like how every week he's like, "Oh, I got to get rid of these," and then he never got rid of them.
I'm sure he put on more every week.
It felt like it.
Too much time. Oh, I've got to get rid of these.
It did give you a nice like vocal rest during the recap, I will say. But yeah, unfortunate season for them. The record for the team is played 36, won 6, drawn 12, lost 18. So incredibly round numbers. A perfect 33.3 recurring win percentage.
1 in 6 chance of getting away.
Yeah, 1 in 6 chance. Okay.
Yeah, it's lovely. I mean, his team isn't like terrible, but it doesn't have anything that makes you.
I mean, he's made it back to 2 Claw Mighty Blow. And one thing I've found in these last few weeks is having 2 Claw Mighty Blow in Rebel is very, very, very good because so many people are playing Armor 10 plus and it makes everything so much easier. But I don't think he's had it. Marmite's only just made it to Mighty Blow, for example. So, and for a long time he was just Pilchard Ice Cream and Friends. So relying on your movement 5 blitzer every turn of your offense, and the one whenever he rolls both down push, it's like, oh great, I don't have to do anything this turn.
Yeah. I think, I do think you get it's a lot better to have 2, isn't it? I think
it's just far too honest. The team, it's far too honest.
There's no movement up jerk ball carrier. I mean, it's quite a good ball carrier, but it's not like offensive.
No, and I think I remember him complaining a lot. He's complained a lot about this Chaos Ogre. Apparently, it's been abysmal all season. Hasn't done anything. Has cost him multiple drives.
Big guys. I mean, as an elf guy, big guy. I love seeing the big guys. Some guy's not going to do anything all game and costs 140k.
Well, that's the nice thing about the rot spawn for Nurgle is that it doesn't do anything, but at least it's got tentacles. So if you shove it at something that's low strength, like it can win you games sometimes just by not doing anything.
Once you get stand firm on it, it's
horrendous. Trust me, I'm living that life now. It is a godsend. I managed to not lose to Jed because his ghoul failed 3 tentacle rolls in a row to get off of it, and it was a blodge step.
Not a whole lot you can do.
So I just left it. I didn't even attempt to punch it for the entire second half once it got stuck on there, and it was there forever.
I think I agree with the source there that just a big meathead with guard that just stands in the line is like the most.
Gauss just had the
audacity.
Yeah, no, you're right. Gauss just had the audacity of like picking an ogre to maybe have a bit of fun, but fun is not the way.
Really, one extra movement or whatever they get.
Yeah. Gaustus and Gorbash finished on 11 points. Identical records, 2, 5, and 5. And now he moves slightly up the table to 27. This is Bobby Bintang. And the lowest rated Dark, I think I predicted this guy to go to playoffs. And he's in 27.
He's like a sort of, top 10 regular.
Yeah.
Just didn't work out. Although he got a great win right at the end of the season, I believe. Oh, no, that was Medicine Dan. I'm getting my else confused. But yeah, he just sort of tailed off. Didn't work out. Obviously, you're in very fine margins, aren't you? And it's often just a single dice roll kills your game as an Agi boy. Wow, that team's big.
Yeah, 1930 Dark Elves. That might be part of the reason they could only get to 3, 4, and 5. Maybe all the other teams were giving up a lot of inducements, I think, and a lot of.
Yeah, I think because you always think, oh, I'll take another skill, it'll make me better, but you do hit a point of diminishing returns there. But I mean, at the same time,
It's hard to say no to all this. This is like so much fun to play
team.
with.
Yeah, I would love to play this team. Yeah,
I'm surprised. I think at this point you have to go a bit all in and just get up to like 15 players or something. And just really.
I think with Dark Elves 2 benches maybe enough. I mean, Pro Elves, I'd go to 15, but
13 doesn't feel like enough.
Pretty tanky. I mean, so much block, wrestle, and so on this team. You're not. Most people would struggle to do too much damage to these guys. He's even got a defensive.
Yeah, exactly. But they lost to the Knights, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of game
turned these folks over. So it's been a really badly performing season for Dark Train to go out here.
End game. Yeah, just a lot of the. I'm guessing. He's played. If you look at that, he's played a lot of the playoff guys, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's true. What's his strength of schedule at? 1.55 strength of schedule. Oh my god! Everyone around him up to about 23rd has a strength of schedule of 2.5 or 1.25 or lower, and his is 1.55. So if there's anyone to feel aggrieved by the wheel, I think he's a wheel victim.
That is. I mean, all 9 of those games are pretty tough, aren't they? That's and you get you got fellow elves, you've got Shambra Spartacus.
Yeah. Did he play Jed?
Cruel. I mean, actually, it might not have. Yeah, probably the only gun he didn't play. Wheel of Injustice, indeed.
Wheel of Injustice.
This is real strength. Yeah, the strength of schedule tells the story.
He didn't even play Jed, did he? He didn't play. This is probably the highest strength of schedule you can get without playing Jed.
You're probably right. Yeah.
Because if he played Jed, it goes up like 0.2. So, yeah.
So he's earned the strength of schedule.
Poor old Bobby. Rough season. But
yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll be back, hopefully, with Dark Elves in the new season and doing just as well. But yeah, just shows that anyone can have a terrible season, even when they're very.
Happens to anybody. Arctic Antarctic next up. He also, I think, had some pretty rough dice at times. What was his team name again? I forgot. Eightfold Biscuit Reapers. Of course. Good old Bo. It is this one, right? Yeah. I'm glad I dodged this team. It is a really beefy team, and unfortunately they just didn't have enough guard. Like, the guard defensive is fun, but yeah, they got out. I think they just couldn't. They got outbashed too much. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe, would you say maybe this team did want a troll to just sit there and give some beef?
I think so. I mean, who were their losses to? They lost to Martin Cruel. They lost to Shambra.
Everyone lost to Martin Cruel.
They lost to. Who did they lose against? They had a good recovery, but they lost to the Knights, and they lost to Wonderful Cat in the last game of the season. Yeah, just not many wins. Not many wins.
Zor being on a tear.
It's been rough. Source. Here we go. Source has the info. Apparently the dice were terrible against Wonderful Cat in the last game. In that mirror. And it does go to show that Blood Bowl's quite a high variance game. But they finish after 68 games. This team's been here since the start of Blood Bowl 3.
Yeah, I've played this team like 3 times, I think.
Has anyone
survived? I get every season.
That one's played 26. How about Jammy Dodger? 36.
He must have a couple of all-timers. I know Zord and Jed both have 2. I think I've got 3 people who've played with me every game. We'll find out when we get to me, I guess.
Yeah.
There must be some. No one will play every game because of M&Gs and such.
No, we've got one on 36. None of the...
It's not a full-timer.
No. There's no full-timer. No one survived. Even these linemen are all replacements.
He's number 2. And he's churned through some... Oh, no, it's probably season markers, isn't it? So, yeah. A couple of guys from season 2, I presume, or deads.
I mean, they almost got to parity. They were 3, 5, and 4. Like, they almost got to parity.
With the point, yeah, we're looking at single dice rolls. Will push you up and down 3 or 4 places.
Yeah,
in the mid.
It's been such a tight season. One, 2 games can just swing you about 10 places in this division. It's been so close.
It's been very enjoyable. It's like, yeah, the fact that so many people were like technically able to qualify for the last game was.
Yeah. So the Eightfold Biscuit Reapers and also Dark Train, I think, are 2 long-time teams that have been here from almost the start, and they unfortunately had a bad last season.
Yeah, because they're normally both of them playoff contenders. But it's just the way it goes, isn't it? It's in a way it's satisfying. It's nice to see because also some guys who had bad last seasons have had good seasons this time.
Yeah, it all
nice
swings
that
and
it doesn't
roundabouts.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice to see. It's worth playing. It's
Yeah.
not all set up in advance.
So next up is Corny Lions from Mr. Midge Horizon, 2-season team, obviously, because Corn didn't come out a little recently. They lost their last game against the Death Rays. Lost, I assume, they lost a Marauder, but I'm sure he won't be missed. And got it up to 4 Claw Mighty Blow in the end. For that
I think
last
by the
game.
end of the season, the two Corn teams are like actually looking pretty okay. I mean, obviously this guy loyal to not having tackle all season, but
Yeah, I mean, Frenzy's
can
poor
start
man's
playing.
tackle, right? So I can see the
Exactly.
vision.
Yeah, I think you can go without it. And I mean, this team really doesn't look too shabby. But I mean, are Corn good? I have no idea. Everyone says they're rubbish, right?
They're hard. They're very hard.
I've only played a couple of them.
They're
this season,
they're like Nurgle. They're very expensive, but the
They are
Nurgle
very
expensive gives you
expensive,
foul appearance and disturbing presence, which are really good skills. And the Corn expensive gives you like loads of frenzy, and
which is like
which is
terrible,
okay, but it's not like you only really ever need like 1 or 2 frenzy on a team.
Exactly, and it can be kind of sometimes it can be like actively harmful as well.
Yeah, they strike me as an undead sort of like just having Claw Mighty Blow at level 1 on a big guy is such a nice little thing to have. And he's suffered from it being movement 4 all season. Hello, Gustus.
Yeah.
Well,
AV8. I mean, I tried to take the guy out.
Yeah.
No avail.
But yeah, no, it did survive though. Fancy it did survive. So congrats to getting him through despite the cripple. We're in the Discord, Gustus, if you want to hop on, and I can do some on the fly audio adjustments. But whenever you're ready, sir.
In your honor.
Yeah. Well, I like the
team.
team
Money,
theme.
though. If we do redraft, this team's looking all right. 530k in the bank.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
I definitely heard someone join the call.
There we go. Hello.
Yeah. We audible? Is it working?
I think it looks like it's working.
You might be a tiny bit quiet.
Big pig,
I can turn you up. I can turn you up on my end, so don't change anything. Hold on.
I can hear me on the stream, so we should be okay.
Sounds pretty good.
All right. Well, I put Gaustus on 120.
It's gone ominously silent.
That's okay. Oh, sorry, I'm just fixing audio. Anyway, we're going up the teams a bit, Gaustus, one last time. Say goodbye to everybody. We're up to Magnus now.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, sorry, my settings were all balked because of the whole Discord being broken last time we tried.
Oh yeah, I remember that. We did a Steam call last
we
time.
did.
Oh wow.
It was like dirty. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to play a game at that point, and I think we did a Google Hangout.
Google Hangout, nice. Oh, I felt really bad. I had a quick look at the VOD, and I was like 50% louder than Gaustus the entire recap. So he'd start to say something, and I'd interrupt, and I would just drown him out on repeat. It was terrible.
Love it.
Everyone's popped in. Anyway, Iron in the Blood, the mid-table stunty. So in normal circumstances, this would be quite a good season for a stunty coach. They went 4-3-5.
Which is, I mean, for a stunty record, that's pretty killer, except for this being an insane stunty season across Rebel as a whole.
It really has been just like stunties everywhere. It's been very strange. Like this is a team that performed way better than mine did and absolutely dicked me over in our game.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. The power of dirty player sneaky git. Oh, incredible combo.
Yeah. That's a messy player. A very messy player.
They got a draw against McSwiss and ended his season as well in the last game. McSwiss had playoff aspirations, he was required to win. And Magnus said no. You don't get to beat goblins. Not with Nurgle. That's for sure. Iron Hands didn't quite... Did he make it to Legend?
You don't like Nurgle into some of these, don't you? Yeah.
Well, they're just too slow to rack up the score. Iron Hands can get to Legend. I see the level up ding. It has to be a random general, I suspect.
You want break tackle, right, for this guy?
Yeah, you really do.
There's so we do have a Legend troll on paper. So
Or is he saving up
congratulations
for,
to
like, a
Iron
path
Thunder.
skill? That would be.
Oh, sorry,
that would be
Magnus
high
to Fink, not
level.
Iron Thunder. Get my coaches mixed up.
I mean, surely Thick Skull was a random.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, so is he just trying to get to?
That's what
I
I'm
know
saying. He's
T-Sub's
been
in a similar
randoming
spot
to
where
get
he's
to
like,
Legend, and he's
Can he
just
get to
about made
Legend?
it to one more.
So you've
I-
actually got Block and Pro. You're a fantastic guy.
Shout out to Iron Fez, who is now just fungus, movement busted fungus. But block is kind of fun.
Exactly. I think it's just it just gives you a lot of extra meat.
I think
I was going to say reliable, which is I'm not saying that.
Reliable on a goblin team is just not.
Yeah, exactly. It's more reliable than not having.
Yeah,
block.
A lot of coaches, when they start playing goblins, they try and use the fanatic as a blocking piece, but the trick is to get it mighty blow and then knock everybody down in front of it and then just have him run over them 3 times with mighty blow. That's like the tech. Yep. But a lot of coaches,
that's what it feels like. That's what feels worse, isn't it, when it's your guy getting hit 3 times?
You see him like going back and forth and constantly making the 1 in 3 rolls to go over your guy.
Yeah,
and eventually he gets
your killer is just getting lawnmowed repeatedly, and you're just like,
all your players getting hurted.
It's what Death Rollers should have been, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. Death Rollers are just so much less cool than they clearly should be.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be fair. A Death Roller is a steamroller with a dwarf on top of it, whereas a Fanatic is a goblin swinging a massive chain with a ball bigger than its entire body around on it, which is cooler. It's
yeah,
be
they also are both apparently have the same strength according to Games Workshop, which I think is fascinating. But it's a fun choice.
It's the law of a momentum, isn't it? It's
yes.
the law of momentum.
You never see the Fanatic get going, do you? He's always the camera cuts him.
Yeah, you never get to see him spin up. I reckon that they have like a whole team of snotlings with a rope that get him going.
They run him around.
Yeah.
Right. Now it's up to Bolter. And Bolter played only Zons, and Bolter did not have the strongest season. I killed one of his Jaguar blockers, and I think he was a bit sad about it after that.
Hell yeah. Where is it? I still got his old pro team still alive. Love to see it.
Nice.
Should have stuck with them instead of
He took a consolation win against Imperator Vex to close off the season. But I think I can't remember. I swear, was he one of the? It was him and Medicine Dan. I think were 2 of the like. I should have won like 3 games, but I said no sort of area of coaches.
Oh yeah, he's not. So I've never actually played this Amazon team, so I've not
really
been clued up on him.
You give it a
yeah, there's a few teams I've managed to dodge, and just despite being in G-Man Premier the whole time. But I think they've only been there 2 seasons, haven't they? But it's a good team. I would like to give it a go. Everyone hates playing Amazon, so I don't have that hatred yet. So
little random fact about this game as well. Vex is probably the happiest person to lose 2-0 ever, because this means that Vex won the wooden spoon that Vex bought for the person who did the worst, and didn't have to mail it to Germany to give it to Pazdi.
Yeah. I think you guys should investigate that one for some match fixing.
Honestly,
I think Vex had more intention of losing that game than doing anything in it.
I mean, ultimately, it didn't really matter.
No.
Like, he bought the spoon randomly without telling anyone, and then was like, "I bought this spoon," and he's actually posted photos of the spoon on the G-Man.
I said earlier. Yeah, you're right.
It, go and have a look, because that spoon is
wants an investigation. Imagine if this last game was against like a playoff implication coach. Like, oh my god, the drama. It would be like when Fiction conveniently couldn't schedule against the Goblins in week 11 in row. Scenes.
Please don't bring that up. That was a whole thing.
I'm very sorry. I was joking. I didn't realize it was like a serious thing.
There's some like PTSD related to that one. I think there was a suggestion that all of the admins should be given a strike for that decision.
Oh, the Inhuman Resources team cracked the whip. You love to see it. Anyway,
Rel take things way more serious than G-Man.
They do, don't they?
What was Bolter's strength of schedule? Because he's played some tough opponents. And he beat Zordy during his winter us.
1.19 because he finished his season going Gorbash into Bazdi into Imperator.
Yeah, once he finally sort of crumbled on the
he got stuck in the draw engine quite a lot. I remember his draw against me. His draw against me was egregious. Like, he should have won this like 3-1, but I think so. I think there was like 2 pivotal 1-9s that he should he should have realistically made at least one of them, but he failed both of them, and I was still only able to draw. Like there was and he also lost to the Flings as well, which is fair enough. A lot of people lost to the Flings this season, but
Yeah, I think that was
Yep. Yeah, we did.
common result.
That was
A lot of respectable draws against good teams.
there was so many
I would say.
respectable and honest draws this season. But I think it was a bit
draws
demoralizing.
just don't do
That
it,
made
yeah.
it more demoralizing when you
Yeah.
lost because it felt like such a blow.
yeah.
Because it's so easy to get a draw. Bopnot's up next. The Confused Knaves.
I mean, just from that, you know, you've got draws against Shamba and you've got draws against Spartacus, and that's pretty good going. That's someone who,
I think Wenteros a draw.
yeah,
is-
Wenteros as well. And then on the sort of flip side to that, you know, gave Basdi some points as well with the draw there. So it's definitely been a swings and roundabouts season in the it's
Pile driver alert. Sorry to interrupt. Bopnot's taken pile driver on Bratty Liz's legend skill.
genuinely love that.
We also have 2
Huge
more
respect.
legends.
I
So
hope he
a round of
delivers.
applause for the Confused Knaves. Fatsar, Kit Quark,
3
and Bratty Liz have all survived to legend. Patchy Run unfortunately did not. He was like 2 games short of retirement and he got
Yeah.
brutally murdered.
I think
Can I
Patchy Run
quickly,
actually didn't
level
Patchy
to
Run
legend
actually
before we get to my-
yeah, I think Patchy Run actually got the SPP to get to legend in that game and then died.
Yes, famously so. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Oh man.
Pile driver, a leaping rat, and a diving catch cutter runner. I mean, these are some fun skills. Pile driver is fun. I don't think I've seen pile driver on a rebel team ever.
I've not seen anyone with power driver, I don't think.
So amazing.
Diving catch is, not useless.
No, that's what I'm
Leap
saying.
is
Leap and
fun.
diving catch are
Diving catch is
perfectly
great.
viable skills.
I mean, on that guy, Leapers, yeah,
Mm.
pretty nice.
Yeah, lovely. So congrats, Tom Bopnot, for getting through to it. Their last game was a 3-0 loss, unfortunately, to Medicine Dan.
I'm always like
Yeah.
an appreciator of like a lesser taken skill because they're the kind of things that people do not remember that those players have, and
Yeah.
even if they do, they
I
don't
always
necessarily
respect
know
it,
how they
yeah.
work. So you have something, and there will be a point where someone will not quite understand what it is they're facing, and it will just win you a game. It just will happen.
I just realised, by the way, that he was playing Mattia when that happened. So Mattia was able to kill 2 legends this season, which is very good going. I'm very jealous.
Damn.
Because I got like
Very
4
nice.
different blocks at the Voldemort Wolf, and I barely even stunned it. I was really annoyed, to be honest. Especially,
It's quite like
the
Bolter,
last
where
block
it was
of my
just like a-
season was a 2-die with Claw Mighty Blow on it, and I didn't even break armor. So mad. Sorry.
Deserved. So
But yeah.
True Noggle coach, you're just like, give me death. It is the cycle of life and death.
So these guys finished 4, 3, and 5. Unfortunately, not part of the draw machine. Bolter, by the way, drew 6 times, which is almost as much as me. But yeah, so
hard
close.
end to the season or some bad beats at the end after a strong start.
Yeah, exactly.
Another,
I mean,
another
Pop's not
perennial
finished
player
22nd, but he was within a game of 12th. Like one win instead of a loss, and he's 12th, and he's down in 22nd. So that shows the variance.
Bolter has always said that it's been a game of 2 halves for him pretty much the entire back half of the season, where he'll do really well in the first half and then his team will just collapse in the second.
Yeah,
As he points out, diving catch is actually better for a passing 1 turn than catch if you have a reroll for it.
if you're based up, if you don't have
Very
nerves of steel like all the cool coaches do in their catches.
Mm.
and yep,
And
unfortunately.
Popnot often saves 6 or 7 rerolls for the 1 turn. You won't reroll anything that whole drive.
Well, why wouldn't you?
So we moved to Listomania.
Oh, Shanba's team.
Shamba
They
has
were-
had a really
It's
good
a bit of a-
recovery. He finished
They were
Season of
21st.
2 seeded 2 halves,
Mm.
isn't it? Yeah.
They were the
Not
butt of
much of a
serious
team to look
jokes
at.
before, weren't they?
His opening was just dire. And I mean, his Saurus, they're still pretty ropey at the end of I mean, he picked up like block on one guy.
hmm
But he was putting some results together towards the end.
Yeah, his wins were
And I've got to
against
bring up that he's got, like, 6
his wins were
plus
against
pass
Gorbash, Imperator Vex, and Magnus. So he was one of the few coaches this season who could actually fight and beat the stunties.
Yes.
But yeah, he lost his good Saurus on game 1 of the season on about turn 6, and ever since then I think he was then in a mood
Yeah,
for
I think
about
he lost
for
another
about
one
a
in the next
fortnight.
couple of games, didn't he?
Um,
Stopped streaming for a while. Got
Yeah.
flagged. Got flagged as like not safe for work.
wait, what?
Sorry, Shan, but we do love you. But it was definitely a roller coaster to watch you just basically spin out for like half a season and then kind of pick yourself up again.
It's well done to pick yourself off as well, because I think a lot of most coaches would then go like 0-12, you know, or maybe
Yeah.
even quit
Yeah,
the
I
league.
think
But
it's
Shambo has
from-
played out his games, and he may well take a break from Blood Bowl after this, which I would absolutely understand.
Oh, is he talking about that, or are you just inferring? 'Cause I would be sad to see Shamba's a
No,
real
I'm just
G-Man
I'm just
staple.
making baseless suggestions. This is my right as a
Okay.
pundit. I could entirely
It's
be
got a
wrong.
very
See,
weak-
this is
what a
why
weak
I'm not an
temperament.
admin brain lord, because I just say stuff without thinking about
He's
it.
not going to take a break. He's just going to come back with the Nurgle team and absolutely annihilate.
Oh yeah, no, he'll
everyone.
play me. He'll play me with that Nurgle
Yeah.
team. Don't worry. I'm a bit ashamed that Block Guard Saurus has gone block first. I think there could have been some good memery here, but
What go
It should be
guard
a
first?
wrestle sort of.
Or I don't know, break tackle.
yeah. Oh no, I like that. Yeah, go guard block.
Guard block.
Yeah,
That's the
no,
best
you're
way
right,
to do it.
Brainlord. That's quite funny. Yeah, poor Champa. He made it back to 4-4-4, perfectly average season. And the Super Skink
So
lived.
he's still got his super skink, isn't he?
Yeah,
Who cares about the other
congratulations
guys,
to the
right?
Super Skink. Made it through. Right, who's up after Shambra? It's Glaudian next, and the other Khorne team, the True Norse, another 4-4-4er.
Getting very
Yeah,
normal
they're
at this
Glaudian.
point in the
Getting
table.
very normal.
Where are we? True Norse.
Again, I don't know how to really sort of review Khorne teams yet. This one looks fine.
God, there's a lot of teams here.
He had some bad luck against me, has to be said.
Oh wow,
Six-
it's
another guy with
his
6 pages of
oldest
team.
team is the True Norse. Considering
Really?
this,
So these are wow. So he must be making
he
teams.
plays a lot of Blood Bowl, this boy.
for fun.
Any more legends? No. Oh, no legends. Wolfgar the dog, the Khorne Gore, has made it to level 6, just about.
The thing with Khorne teams is that they very quickly spiral out of control TV wise. And like this is a team where you look at it and you go, actually, this is a pretty good team, but for 1740.
17, like a 12-player team is crazy.
Yeah.
And a lot of them just have like block or whatever.
And like half
I
of
guess
these
you have to embrace it.
half of these are Bloodseekers who, if you did them as Norse, would be, I think, cheaper. They've got 10 plus AV, but you know, you run into a claw team and it's like, no, wait, sorry, they're Chaos Warrior.
I was gonna say, I don't know about that one, Chief. But...
A bit of a work thing. I've had a couple of drinks. It might take me a couple of seconds
nice.
to catch up.
No, I like
I
have one more. Have one more.
Get going.
I have a
They hit
can
that
on
point
the
for
go.
me.
We're good.
Oh, perfect.
You got 4 strength 4 block guys with a lot of guard. You got the bloodspawn with tentacles, whatever. It felt a bit nurgly where I was just like, I just can't do anything. I basically this game when we played, I just basically just like hid. I'm like, I'll get one turn where I'll get to do a sack attempt, and it worked. But
I think the kind of difference between Nurgle teams and Khorne teams is that Nurgle teams are very good at shutting down the opponent's moves, whereas Khorne teams have this kind of weird wildcard element where their frenzies could go horribly wrong in a turn and just pull everything out of position. So you are in a position where, as a Khorne coach, you could absolutely demolish your opponent, or everything can get pulled out of position, get surfed, and then you're screwed. So they're very swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
I think.
Glaudian had quite a rough back
reliable.
half of the season. He started really well. He was undefeated through 6 games. A lot of draws, but he beat the Knights, and then he beat a Menno as well. But he ended up losing. He lost to Wenceros, and then he lost to Sarah Real, and then finally Lord Brainlord. So it just slowly slipped away.
I guess the tricky boys.
Yeah,
taking care of others. All his losses to like Stunty or Raji.
Yeah, he lost. No, he lost to some Dark Elves, and he lost to the Halflings, and he lost to.
Everyone loses to the Halflings. It's
A
just
lot of people. When I drew the Halflings, I was like, God, I left some points on the table there. But then it turns out they're actually really good. So I'm now proud of my draw.
Didn't,
Absolutely, I think the draw is.
Surreal was
Yeah.
disgusting this season. Like, I played him and he just shut me out the entire game. It was
I really wanted to play him
horrendous.
just to say like they did. It wasn't to
Oh
be.
yeah, but you're elves. Elves always want to play stunties. It's like free SPP.
I never have. I've not played a single stunty team. It's
Respectable.
driving me crazy.
We've come to the bottom orc team. There's 3 orc teams this season, and the lowest one was perfectly average on 16 points, 4, 4, and 4. The rest were up in the playoff contention, so it shows the orcs as
That's
usual are
orcs for
S
you.
tier. We're on Core Knight's team here. Rebels without a block, and
He needs to swap that troll with the blocker. Then you've got a lovely sort of wave. Of skills.
oh yeah, I got what you mean. No, I do see what you mean. That should be priority, I think.
That's the main thing I've got to say about the team.
Yeah.
I mean, this team's looking. It's a lot more of a normal orc team than it used to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's turning into lads, boys, lads over time.
Yeah, it's lads
Yeah.
boys, lads B a little bit. Still, it's very good. It's like 1600, and it's so much might. There's so much mighty blow here.
Compared to the Norse team for like 100.
Yeah,
less,
compared to
you
Corn,
get so
like
much more, don't you? Yeah, Corn.
It's trim for what it is. It's genuinely trim for what it is.
Yeah.
Although, obviously, not the last Blork Scout and his repeated deaths is a bit of a hole in that kind of like wall of pain.
no, it's been
Cornite is
Yeah, I
saddened to hear this. I think that might be referring to being the lowest placing orc team or something. I'm not
it was
sure.
it wasn't
Maybe
a
the
comment
lessons
on
we used to
Core
have
Knight's
some fun
coaching. It was a
guys,
comment on
yeah.
the strength of orcs in Rebel.
Indeed.
No,
I mean, everyone knows Cornite. Cornite's been around forever. Cornite's a great coach. It's
and now
just
you're
been...
calling him old. Goodness me.
I've been
Sorry,
around
Core
forever.
Knight.
Not calling
He's
anyone
drunk,
old.
Core Knight. He's drunk.
Let's not go there.
But it's hard to really fault this team, isn't it?
Cornite is saddened to have a normal-looking orc team.
You have a mighty blow first lineman. That's
true.
exciting.
The unbearable
that's one of
likeness
those.
of being. Well named as well. Boldinator survived. So congrats to that Boldinator. A rare feat to survive to the end of the season on a
That's one
Boldinator.
of the only Boldenators left.
Wait, how
as
many
well.
games did he play? 5.
I think
Okay,
there's a few of
that's
them.
respectable.
I think there's a few of them kicking about who've been around for a while. My Boldinator's been around for about 7 games.
Yeah, I think we might have killed that meme a bit too quickly.
No, wait, actually, I think Cornite killed my Boldinator, so I think maybe 3 games,
Nice.
something like that.
Mine lasted about 3 as well. It was a rotter though.
And you called him the last Boldinator, which is just asking
yeah.
for it, really.
Let's have a look at this season.
Still
Oh
got
god, look at
too
this! He
many
scored 3
draws
put
at the
4
beginning,
past
isn't it?
Medicine Dan one week as well. I think he's another one where
Medicine Dan's season has been all his goal. He must have like scored and conceded most touchdowns.
yeah, he got a win. He beat the Knights. He beat Shamba. Got
Drew
managed to
against
draw
me,
against
which is
Messi,
just
yeah.
horrendous.
So yeah, I remember this now.
Sorry,
I gave him like so many MNGs in my game against him, and he was in playoff contention till this game. So he got nurgled at the worst
It's
possible
very
time to get
consistent as
nurgled.
well, isn't it? It's not like he had a terrible collapse. It's
No.
just a couple of draws that could have been wins.
Yeah,
But,
it was a bit
yeah.
painful.
Very close to doing a lot better.
Yeah, it's still a perfectly good season, 4-4-4, and it's a testament to the strength of the division that leaves you in 19th place. Best strength of
It's
schedule
crazy, isn't it?
on the
Such a
average.
crowded. I have like 2 points more than him or something.
Yeah.
10 positions higher than him.
Okay, speaking of Medicine Dan, he's up next, so let's go have a look at Medicine Dan's Wood Elves here.
Who finished
This
with a
has been a
real barnstormer. I want to know about this final game.
This has been a real season, hasn't it? Medicine Dan has had the
He's
the
been through it,
highest of
hasn't he?
highs, the lowest of lows, and the creamiest of middles. It really has been an experience for Medicine Dan's elves.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Does he have an Elven Union team called LOL?
I think so. Yeah.
How mean.
How mean. Oh, look at this. Beelzebub got to legend. And I think does this mean pro is the legend skill? I think that's what that means, right? He was always actually 1+.
He's been actually 1+ for ages, yeah. I think he probably is pro because I think he had everything else.
Yeah, he just ran out of skills to take.
I mean, let's be fair. You get pro on a sacking piece with a 1+ AG. That's pretty disgusting, isn't it?
I mean, I would say this guy very strong case for best player in the division. Right?
Oh, absolutely. There's a reason I
Agreed.
predicted him every week for like the first 8 weeks of the season.
especially
regardless
after
of form.
Wolfmore died. Like that is a fantastic piece of
Yeah,
football player.
it blows the competition a bit over with that Wolf
Mm-hmm.
pleasantly dead.
Mm.
Sad to see Conrad got diced in all of his losses. I think he was also diced in most of his wins, but it's just that good.
He's just that good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame that Beelzebub didn't make it to playoffs, but it is what it is. Constellation win, lost to a Menno, unfortunately. Yeah, I remember correctly. His season started pretty roughly, apart from that thrashing of Corno. Oh no, he got Basti first. He started actually really well. Ish. No, actually, I'm
I
misreading
think it's
this.
around my game. He felt. I think when we were talking to him, he felt like when he lost to me, that was like.
That was it.
No,
I
now
mean,
that's looking bad now. I
he
mean, for season to me
absolutely-
is the time to end it.
He absolutely stuffed Surreal's halflings 4-1, which
That
is
was in the air, I
crazy.
think. I think that was in the air.
Yeah, these 4-1s, 3-2, 3-0. There's always touchdowns with these guys.
Yeah, look at this run he had. He had to play Bobby, and then he had to play Outcast, then he had to play you, and then he had to play Jed. Like back to back to back to back.
That's not a lot of.
And then he had to play Mattia, and then he had to play a Menno. Into
yeah, that
double
is
Necro back
horrible.
to back is horrible. I mean, the fact he won against Necro is pretty
exactly
good.
like
I don't think I ever managed to do that.
It's actually quite a good. I mean, it shows the strength of the division. Because I think everybody probably had some sort of run, but like that. But no one. I don't think many were as strong as this one. This is a really tough back half. Yeah,
I'll be right back. I need to go and grab another drink before we get to announcements and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, foreshadowing.
Very exciting. We'll
The
move
team
on.
got foreshadowing on it.
Yeah, they're very funny. Yeah, that's good. Judo's up next, and Judo has a strength of schedule of 1.5 in 17th place. So another victim of the wheel, I suspect. But let's go to
It
Judo.
wasn't the thing we're talking about how tight it was. I remember thinking that you hope for good games and you realise actually there isn't anybody that I want to face. I'm dreading every single game I get.
Oh no, I'd fancy a Basti.
I'm sorry, I was never had Basdi as an option for me, sadly.
I'm sad that we
Even
never
then, I don't
played.
really like
I was so looking forward to playing your pro elves this season. I think it would have been a really funny match, but I don't think we ever got to.
I also bet I can't believe how many people I've never played.
Dude, I didn't get to play Zord.
I've luckily got to play Zord. I think I played Zord once, but like 3 seasons ago.
I was really excited. I was like, oh, I'm finally in the Premier Division. I get to play people like Zord and Brainlord and like all the popular people. And I didn't get, well, not that the other people aren't popular, but I didn't get to play any of the celebrities, you know?
Me and Zord are way cooler than nearly everyone else in G-Man Premiers.
You heard it here first, folks. Humble man is Brainlord. Very most popular person on the Warhammer Blood Bowl server. You heard it here first. Right, Pants of the Gods.
I like that.
One of the Valkyrie. Oh no, it was Holy Thong was the Valkyrie that I killed. It wasn't an Amazon player. It was a Valkyrie.
Because I really liked this team's like I thought it was just cool to have like 2 really cool Valkyries who were like the coolest player anyway, and then
This is my favorite themed team in the league at the moment. I think that it's a great theme and it brings me lots of joy.
Yeah, no,
the
it was
Holy
a lot of
Thong
fun.
is just like who doesn't want a player called the Holy Thong? That's amazing.
I think the Scudders of Sacrifice has to be up there. It's like a top 5.
As well. Also, Righteous Jockstrap. Like that is fantastic.
Wex of well, we really went deep into Thesaurus here. We made it to Wex of Worship. That's quite strong. Very impressive. Holy Hog Bottoms was the boar as well. Look, Trudeau is on the podium for naming.
Indeed. And Trudeau is also on the podium for sportsmanship as well, because Trudeau has been an absolute joy whenever they posted in chat. So
yeah, I enjoyed my
thumbs up for that one.
Sort of traditional post-game chat or whatever. That was a particularly nice one. And I think considering this is like a fresh whatever team, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Pretty good, basically.
Played 28 games.
Results.
I guess it's done all the off-season stuff between the seasons, I suspect.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Greenhorn a season,
Yeah.
Ure, and then this, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Big shout out to Judo for that. It's been a joy to play a season with Judo, even if I didn't get a chance to actually play against Judo.
Nice. Basdi saying there was a time in the past where I could get a win against Zord and the Baron. Mate, Baron's in like Renaissance form. He's the Danny Welbeck of the division.
This is it's a real Indian summer for Paoli.
Yeah.
Literally, my game against Harringzord consisted of the Baron just styling on me for like the entire time, and it was painful. I could not stop the Baron. The Baron is the Baron. Like, you might have been able to beat the Baron like 2 seasons ago when he was a Baronet, but now I think he's probably like elevated up to like a Count or something.
Yeah, he's at least a
like,
Viscount
higher
now.
than a Baron.
Yeah,
A Viscount, a Viscount. He's Viscount Paoli, and he's a disgusting player. And someone really needs to kill him.
Talking of disgusting, McSwiss's profile picture is horrendous.
Yeah,
Get a-
oh my
get a
god,
cooler
isn't it
guy.
just? Not the Dutch dwarves.
It's Hulk Hogan.
These are some good team names. We've got Losing My Vampirginity, or what's his vampire team? And
I'm Nurgle, brother.
Ghoul Lash is his undead team. That's quite good.
Say your prayers and take your vitamins.
Right, so this was the bottom place Nurgle. Shows that Nurgle is OP. Only dirty tryhards will dare to play Nurgle. Finished 5, 3, and 4.
This season. This team looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
There's
solid.
a lot of skills on it. I mean, Nurgle, they just have so many skills to start off with. They always look crazy. But
It's a photo of his mum. Oh dear. Only random hero. Oh, I forgot about this little enemies to lovers arc that these
the
guys
greatest
have
dude
going.
in the Viv.
Well, we may have an opportunity for these guys to face off against each other. Who knows?
Who
We'll
knows?
see. More foreshadowing.
So Party Poopers, I think I said at the start of the season, they're too honest with a Nurgle team to make it
Not
through.
enough cheating, you mean?
And unfortunately, that is the case because poor old Private Ace Levy, 12 matches for all of 4 SPP. Bit of a disastrous season for him. This might is this 0 casualties inflicted? It is. 1 MVP is the only SPP this piece got.
Damn. Could have been doing some 6+ passes.
This is the curse of all Chaos teams. Your Chaos Warrior equivalents, there will be one of them that will refuse to gain any SPP whatsoever. We all have them. Mine is Boiled Trotters 2, who was replaced.
No, all have them. I don't have one
died.
Yet.
I
said
have
that.
one.
Lumi's about
you're
to
like
murder
the
one of
weird
mine.
draw guy. You're the weird draw guy. Like there is like a law. Yeah, it's like a law.
Badly drawn boy.
There is going to be one player on every single Chaos team who just steadfastly refuses to level, and it'll be really infuriating for that coach.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
I think it's important.
You are the exception that proves the rule.
Level bloaters is, I think you need one by law. Is rubbish. Otherwise, it's just miserable to play.
Fortunately,
it's
Carmen.
The chink in your armor. Yeah.
Yeah. Carmen has fallen short of legend. Couldn't get enough touchdowns, unfortunately. I think Sergeant Zim is the best rot spawn out of all the Nurgle teams, so congratulations to him. Made it to block guard firm, which is incredibly good. I personally think Block's a bit of a trap because you don't actually throw many blocks with him, but understandable. I mean, look how much SPP this guy's got. What's his stats? He's played 42 games.
Zim gave me conniptions in my game against McSwiss because having block means that you just go bouncy a lot. Yeah. So you're getting both downs and it's just bouncing off. Because if he didn't have that, then
he bouncing on his tentacles. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, the block is like you say, in a way it's a bit of a trap, but as a defensive tool, it's great.
Yeah.
Block and stand firm is then like
you want it there as a defensive thing because it just makes it really miserable to play against.
Yeah.
I mean, the kind of ultimate dream for a rot spawn, if you're insane, would be Blodge. Because then it just becomes the worst thing ever. If you go Blodge step on a rot spawn, then you are actually a sadist.
Oh, I just realised he didn't get to play any random hero this season. The wheel denied it.
I know. We're going to see if the wheel will deny it in the future.
I should scrape my VODs for the any random hero McSwiss banter and give it to some poor starving AO3 writer and tell them to write a fanfic. I think that would be quite funny. But we'll move on to Mattia here, the prince that was promised, and I think I'm guilty of overhyping this team and giving him the.
No, I think
for a minute it looked like he was going to go all the way.
Honestly, I think all of us wanted him to. This is a team that's been floating around for a while and really deserved the break, but it just kind of ran out of momentum towards the end, which is a real shame.
Yeah, it's a
'Cause,
real
yeah,
shame.
Stinky last season, and it like looked like he was turning it around. And yeah, like
Yeah.
you say, I think we all wanted to see it.
And Matty has always had like one of the best like approaches to Blood Bowl and kind of the attitudes towards Blood Bowl of any coach
Oh
that
man,
I've
he just got his strength
played
4
against on
goal.
Uni. Yeah.
Barnable Balloon
Yeah.
Banksy Jr. A player that well named and that well skilled deserves to go to playoffs. It's such a shame.
Indeed, it's such a shame, and like
He's
all of
got
us. are
Patchy Run
heartbroken
on his
for
team as well. I like that a lot.
it. Why wouldn't you keep him?
Yeah, exactly. Did he keep the wolves that he killed, or is that guy already died twice?
Is that a
Patchy
season
Run-
one? Is he paying
Patchy Run-
redress fees for this guy? Oh no, it's because he only died. Yeah,
No. Patchy Run was
Yeah.
Bopnot's legendary.
Did imagine you have to pay
Player.
Asian? You imagine you have to pay Asian fees on your zombies because they've been in the game.
I think
That's
Jed
a good
redrafted one
necro
of
nerf. That
my
is actually
zombies.
that's quite funny.
To get off
No,
me.
we're all forgetting Patchy Run was the legendary player that he killed. That's
Yeah.
been raised from the legendary player. So, was it Bopnot's legendary Blitzer?
Yeah.
That's Bopnot's naming style, isn't it?
Yeah. So of course you keep that. That's like a talisman at this point. And
Yeah,
I love low key potato with pesto is such a great name.
It is excellent. I agree.
But that's a very well built team. Like if as is potentially a thing that happens, we end up in a situation where these teams play another season. This is a team that is going to have a deep run. That's my prediction.
The highlight of the season
it's
for
almost like
this
done,
team was, of
isn't it?
course, the 1-0 win over the Abracadabras. At which point they killed one of the super. They killed the Super Wolf. Was it the Strength Ball
Yeah, this
one?
is like an all-time game, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a very fun day for everybody else that wasn't named Jed when that happened. I think we were all very excited.
I think even Jed, to be fair, was like, do you know what? I concede respect to that. That is that was some good go around from the very necromantic necros.
Yeah, I think he just lost too many games, unfortunately. Like they lost to Bron, lost to Winter back to back, and then lost to Bob as well, and then lost to Medicine
thing-
Dan. There's too
You
many
know how
losses.
you get a lot of tough
Unfortunately.
opponents, don't you? It's a lot of
Yeah.
really good teams in that on that page. aren't
What would we call the opposite of submarining? Would it be like Hindenburging? Where you kind of
Oh my
fly too
God.
high and then burn?
I mean, yes, but that's also pretty brutal.
I mean, it was like in the 1930s. It's fine. No one's still alive who was around for
I've just read this team is 18. I was just thinking you basically don't want to add anything to this team. And,
Hindenburg either, but this
it is
team's all
18
still here.
you can't
Yeah.
add anything to this team.
You add
Yeah.
anything to this team, and you are just guaranteed to give everyone Morgan a bribe in their game.
True. Curse of 1900. Let's keep a pace here. We'll get on to Wonderful Cat next. The Fresh
That's
Division
true, we'll
winner
cover that.
last season. They
love
made it to 14th, which is a fair return on 2-season chaos, it has to be said.
Wonderful
We're
Cat.
already at
Wonderful,
positive records at this point, aren't we?
Wonderful Cat's had a massively great season. The only problem with Wonderful Cat's season, we don't talk about it enough because Bron has absolutely outmatched their season by somehow getting as high as Bron has got with a team that should not have got that high on paper.
Yes.
Wonderful Cat's
flex.
season has been fantastic. And also, Wonderful Cat, respect, has done the actual sensible thing and taken a troll, which is the optimum big guy for a chosen team.
He's floated 20. How
guard
much
as well.
SVP has this troll got? He's on block guard plus 20.
Yeah.
What's he saving up for?
He's got 3 MVPs and 10 casualties in 2 seasons. That's a good return for a troll. Guess he's 4 off of a stat. You could take dodge though. I'd take dodge personally.
I'd take dodge. I'd go dodge on that troll.
And
That's
make
the
him the
sensible
main character. You know.
I mean, if you're not going to take tense as a regular, then take dodge. That's just how it works.
And Proti and Co. His team felt very unchanged. He just couldn't get the He couldn't get. He got
It's quite a
problem he had
normal
is he got
season,
so many levels
for 2
early.
seasons.
He got so
Yeah.
far ahead in fresh, and then he hit like the plateau of like level 4 on a blocker, while everyone else just got better and better and better around him.
But really did grind out some good results.
he
Like the
did.
record for Wonderful Cat has been actually really good. There's some really respectable score lines in there.
drew the flings. His losses were to Jed. Who else did he lose to? He lost to Bob. That's perfectly fair. And that
Yeah,
was
it's a
it. He
tough
just
match.
didn't win enough games. It was draw city.
Yeah, but like absolutely stuffed the death rays. Like there's some really good results in there.
Yeah.
Is he the king of draws? That's all that is.
He's
Look,
up
look,
there.
beat
lot,
any
isn't it?
random hero, beat McSwiss, both of whom were on pretty good rolls. That's some pretty good results there for someone who's
He
coming in
established his
relatively fresh.
dominance as well. Last week of the season, 1725 Chaos versus 1700 Chaos Arctic. He proved that he was, well, I didn't
Yeah.
watch the game.
And Arctic
King of Chaos.
posted a shot of his dice from that, and Arctic absolutely got nuffled to hit in
Good to know. Thank you for providing the
too many
facts of the
times.
matter there.
that.
Saved me an angry DM from Arctic Antarctic after
Yeah,
the show.
Arctic got like double the amount of skulls than he got like pows and knockdowns. It was like really grim.
Right, next up we have any random hero. Anyone played? I can't remember if I played him this season.
I don't think I've ever played any random thing.
It's the
I
Death
have
Rays.
at fun times. The Death Rays.
And Raid that killed Steve Irwin almost made it to legend. Not quite though.
Indeed.
He's gotten to level 6 for sure. He can random his strength to get to level 6, but that was it. And Dodgy Ray's DVDs also made it to level 6. Moving 8, Fend, Bloodstep Fend is a nice little neat. Not much Fend on ball carriers these days. I'd love to see it.
Not much people are picking up Fend at all.
And respect. But otherwise, yeah, this is I think the ceiling for undead in this division this big. I'm pretty sure. 1575 peak necro, not necro, peak undead. He went 5, 3, and 4. Wonderful Cat did get 6 draws. That is true. He went 4, 6, and 2.
Indeed.
That is a lot. But yeah, I mean, with good records, this team, undead teams are always.
I do
I
like
think
Dodgy Raid
the most boring
DVDs.
team.
That's a good one. Yeah.
28 Rays Later is a great name.
Look at this
Shambling.
finale. He went
Yeah,
3
it is
draws and
way
3
over.
wins. Oh no, I'm misreading it. 2 wins in his last 2 to push him back up the table. Lost to Bop.
No shame in losing to Bob
unfortunately.
Knott.
Yeah.
There's no shame in drawing against Wenteros and Amano as well. Like that's some
I
pretty
would
good
always take
stuff.
draws against either of those. Yeah.
For sure.
Beat Spartacus, drew against the True Norse. It's a pretty respectable.
I think it's a
run.
really impressive
beat
win
Fling.
against the Corn. I think
He beat the Fling.
Mm.
He beat Surreal. That is something
Yeah.
that not a lot of coaches can say that they did this season.
I'm going to ditch the next proper season. Well, there you heard it. Well played, Annie.
gonna
I
play
mean, he's played them
trials.
for 44 games. So playing this team in a Premier Division for the best part of 30 games, that's quite impressive. So I don't think anyone will begrudge you that. And he's definitely done them justice.
If you
And
want to soft launch your next team, any random hero, this is the time to do it.
okay, we get to the Brainlord
I mean,
himself.
whatever he picks, McSwiss is going to tell him it's shit.
Look how
and
loyal
he'll
I am
die.
to the older pro elves.
Lord Brainlord, the Pro Elf, the token Pro Elves, and this is the only team you have. Fair enough.
That's a very good point, actually.
We're one
As-
team, man. Literally.
As any random heroes just pointed out, any random heroes team, which is the same team last season, got no wins.
Oh, well, doubly
To
well
go
done
from
then.
that to this,
It's
such
one of the
a
big
jump up.
turnarounds, isn't it? Yeah.
Huge turnaround. Very well done. David made it to level 5 in the end, so not quite eclipsing
Not bad
Lord
for a
Fluoride,
replacement, but yeah, I think he's actually might be a better. I think movement up. Sorry, too expensive,
and
and also got PA busted. Could I random a level on that Blitzer for Legend? I don't think I've got enough SPP ever.
No.
Jupiter, no,
You did well.
it gives you the little
But I mean,
exciting
Vladimir
arrow.
Cosmos is a legend anyway. You've got a legend. Just stop complaining. Vladimir Cosmos.
I think those top 3 played every game, and they're all season 1ers.
Oh, Break Tackle's kind
Which-
of fun. That's
But yeah,
it's
in
an
retrospect,
expensive
I kind
skill.
of wish I'd taken Leap because it's expensive. Yeah, it's like about as good as Leap, but
Yeah.
it costs like an extra 20k, which probably wasn't worth it. But it's done me very, very well.
Oh.
The amount of times I've sacked the ball with that guy is. Off
I mean,
the
the $6 million question is: if we do get WHBB, do you ditch the Pro Elves system?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love
it was a
Pro
$6
Elves more than
million
anyone in the
question.
world.
It was a
and
$6 million
are
question, but if I was putting money on it, I knew what you were going to say. So
They
it was.
they looked like beyond unplayable. I think, yeah.
Mm.
which is very sad. But I enjoyed my last few seasons with these guys. I think this team is really good. I really enjoy playing it.
So
I
my
wouldn't
question
really change
becomes:
that much.
my belief is that high elves get claw.
They get claw and wrestle on the same piece.
Do we see Brainlord bringing out the high elves for the claw wrestle disgustingness?
I think my current. I'm obviously playing Wood Elves next season because
Oh,
High Elves don't
okay.
exist yet.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
See,
I think they will switch to High Elves when they come out. I think they look like. I think they look more like Pro Elves because Wood Elves. I don't know how to play without those two blitzers, man. So Wood Elves is going to be a real learning experience for me.
See, I briefly looked at the teams as they are under the new rule set that's coming in, and I haven't really decided what I want to do. But I played 2 seasons with Wood Elves in this rule set and absolutely loathed it. They are more expensive and worse than they were in Blood Bowl 2. And I was just like, this is the least fun I've ever had playing Blood Bowl. And I once went an entire season playing Orcs where I won no games. So
Yeah. Medicine Dan seems to be having a fun time with it, so
yeah,
I'm definitely going to give him a couple of seasons.
fair.
I just hope I'm good. I've
To
never
answer
really
your
played
question,
another
Garces,
team.
I might have to take a boat to Norway and convince Gunnerside to come back to the league now that High Elves are
Very
back.
nice.
But I don't know.
I see him
I
around
haven't
in the
spoken
old,
to the man in the best part of 2 years. But
Gunnerside founded the Pro Elf Discord.
he did.
This is a little secret.
Wow.
I remember he wasn't happy with me because I played High Elves once in Blood Bowl 2. I rolled a strength up and an agi up and another strength up on my High Elves in one season, and then I ditched them to play Goblins. After one season.
Well, my Blood Bowl 2 team, I ended up with a tree that had block, so that was nice. But yeah, like they just were so unfun. It was like they were so fragile. You lose like 2 or 3 players straight away, and I was just like, "This is horrible." Oh,
I'm used
hi,
to all
Jelly
that.
Bear. You went to. Apparently, there was like a thing in Czechoslovakia, I think, and a bunch of people went to that. So Mojo Rising messaged me, Jelly Bear, are you Mojo Rising? This is kind of painful, but yeah,
Jenny
my
Bear is not
brother.
Mojo, right?
Okay, so my
Jenny Bear is
brother was
probably
there
Jed.
as well.
That'd be my guess.
My little brother was there as well, who some of you may know as Benny Boo.
I
recognize the name, Benny. It rings a bell.
Yeah, but anyway, so apparently he was there. So there's a bunch of people just messaged me going, "I know your brother. Yeah, you do know
fun.
my brother."
What was your favorite game this season, Brainlord? Before we move on, what was the game that you enjoyed the most?
That's a tough one. I mean, playing against the Willows is good. I enjoy the games where I win a lot more than the ones where I lose. Bobby was a fun one. 2-1 against Bobby. I enjoyed that. I really like not only playing as elves, also like playing against elves.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fully. Obviously the game against Jed was where it was like overturn 1, absolute misery.
Yeah.
But Shamba game, that was really fun, and even as a loss playing against Ameno, that was a really enjoyable game.
Nice. Shout out
really
those
had
coaches.
any stinkers. Martin Krul, that was a fun game. Everyone, they were all good apart from the Jed game. They were all.
Have you told us what your favorite game was yet, Lost?
I'll get to that when I get to my team.
Haven't.
Okay, we haven't got
another 15 teams before we can get up to.
No, it's only like 7, I think.
I think it was like 12th, so we can't be too far away. Yeah.
Ameno, too ugly to be blocked. Another one of the stalwarts of the league. It doesn't make playoffs this time, but they did have a lot of runs. They made it to the Super Bowl once, didn't they?
Yeah, they were Super finalists, I believe. Is that right? They didn't win. Is that correct?
And that
was like 2 or 3 seasons ago. I think sticking with the team, because like Shamba did great, his team sort of fell apart. This team has just been an amazing, massive nuggle.
Yeah,
they're just disgusting. Like, and that's appropriate.
79 matches. This might be the mostly. This has to be one of the most most played teams in the entire league. No, 79
It's
games.
got to be. It's got to be the team with the most SPP as well. Like, surely there is not a team that has more SPP than this team.
Yeah, I mean,
there are players on this team that have more SPP on them that hasn't been used because they're already at level than some teams have on all of their players combined.
Yes.
Like Sharim Dollar de Muelas is like 114 SPP on a level 7 player. That is
and 3 of those levels are stat ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
let's have a look at the final stats for these guys. 78
I think
matches, 46 wins. They've scored 71 touchdowns in 78 games with 6
For Nurgle,
MVPs.
not bad.
That's
It's
wild.
ludicrous.
And let's check out the legend killer as well. I think this will be hopefully quite good. 77 games played, 10 touchdowns scored, 10 MVPs, 57 inflicted casualties, and 11
I've only
inflicted
missed, like,
kills.
one game. God damn.
A serial killer. Right here. And
Yeah,
it's
I
just a
played
shame that they're
66
default
games.
names.
So those playoff runs really do get you more games. Like I think I played every season with 66, so he's got an
Did
extra
I just
13
did I
games on
see a
there.
666 in there just for appropriate stuff?
Yeah.
Which is
There was a 666 on one of those stats.
Yes.
Hank
yeah,
Cornight
Block
is,
action.
raising it.
666 block actions done.
Yeah.
And a tenth of,
Yeah.
well, not a tenth. No, not slightly less than a tenth for KOs inflicted, which is, I guess, is about par. But yeah, there's fun little symmetry here in the stats.
Mm.
I think Steve Cornight's right about stat ups. Like I think it was a couple of playoffs ago where I was just like, a lot of teams are strength ups. And like, yeah, even 80k strength up is just really good. Stat ups are
Yeah.
just so powerful.
Yeah, I think you're quite
Even
right there,
when they're really
Cornite. The
expensive.
difference between a top 10 and a bottom 10 team is that the top 10 team usually has a movement 7+ ball carrier, regardless of the race that they're actually being played as. But I feel like we could spend 5-10 minutes on a Menno and still not do the team justice. It's probably like the most SVP team
100%.
in the league.
Luckily, it's the
such
same
a
as it's been for
bizarre
ages. It's just,
and they're
it's still
1
an
point
amazing
short.
team.
They're 1 point short of playoffs. What a shame. Finished on 19, 20 were needed, 5-4-3, a winning record, but not winning enough. Bob is next on the list, getting into the top 10 now. Oh my god, there's so many Bobs. And another one team man here. This is the only team Bob has, and it is still as we left
My
it.
brother.
Yeah, his brother in Blood Bowl. The only change here is that 2 of them got to stand firm this season. Everything else is identical.
So funny. It's just like, yep, this is what we got. The line of block, the line of guard, the line of mighty blow. That
It's
tackle
very
guy,
neat,
just
isn't it?
fire that guy. He needs to.
It's so orderly. It's the opposite of orcs if you think about them in terms of lore terms. But
Yeah.
it is like this is just peak efficiency.
It is. This is Peacock.
I mean,
Martin
like-
Crawl's gotten excited in the Twitch chat. Orc enjoyer.
So
Yeah. I mean,
flaming good.
the 1730 TV, but they work for that. Like that is a really good team.
Oh, I mean, there's no ball
And the lack of carrier has done well
there's
for
no
me.
show
playing against
hands,
the
so
teams
they
too.
can't be
The
that
only-
good.
The only issue that they have is they have an absolute lack of carrier.
Yeah. I've had about 5 throwers die, and it does look like it.
Mm.
I think they are kind of they're weak to elves, but there's only like 3 elf teams.
That's
so-
true.
Yeah.
What's the legend
It's
skill
great
against
for
you,
all your
Mr.
other
Bob?
games.
While you're in the chat with us, do we have an inkling? We'll find out. We'll wait for him to. Let's have a look at his season while the delay filters through. Beat Bron 2-0 and a dead rubber. Lost to Jed, who hasn't. Lost to Winteros. Yeah, he had this really unlucky run. Like he started quite well, and then he just had these 3 back-to-back losses that kind of killed his season.
I mean, that's like the top 3 of the league, isn't it? To finish off with, like, almost.
Yeah, and I mean there was also that sort of blip with Martin Krul, who arguably has a better orc team because it's a bit more versatile.
Yeah.
And brainlord beating him as well. So it's kind of understandable when it comes down to it that there was just like there was some Achilles heels in this team that were exploited.
Let's go to Spartacus, and Spartacus unfortunately lost playoffs on strength of schedule.
Yeah,
the ultimate victim of the wheel.
Grim. Well, yeah, I think Bob. Having to you need 1 point, but giving you the 3 toughest games possible is also pretty mean of the old wheel there.
Yeah,
It's rough. What was it? Scale Me Tender.
Yeah.
it is Scare Me Tender.
Is it this one? I don't know if it's this one. No, this isn't it. It has a rebel thing in front of it. Have I missed it? Arena. Rebel Scale Me Tender. I found it. It was on the first page. And so these guys, how do they finish? Statistically, they played 51, 39, and 12. That's a very good win rate over 50 games. And how did they finish? Voltrek made it to legend. Amazing. How close is he? I think he was one SPP from a stat up. That is harsh. 1 vanity pass away.
Well, there we
Pretty
go.
tough,
Yeah, Jed has just confirmed that Spartacus and Harring's Order the only two of the
Only-
top 10 that he didn't play, which is
I think last season I played 11 of the top 12.
Oof.
Damn.
It felt mean.
Oof.
I
I
do
think I
watch
only-
recaps made it to level 3.
I think I only had one this season, and that was the real. So yeah.
Does he actually watch the recap when they can? We'll have to request that he
Well, he
types,
clearly does. He wouldn't have named
Oh
it
no,
if
wait,
he
I
hadn't
played
questioned it.
Sword as well. Yeah.
Got to say the word Wednesday in the chat, right? Otherwise, we'll know that he didn't watch it.
We just have him name stupider and stupider player names to keep confirming. Give him 6-digit codes that he has to verify with.
Scan this QR code, or you
Yeah,
lose your next
exactly.
game.
I mean, you look at this though. Like, look, the losses here are what Martin Krul, not really that surprising. Bobby Bintang, also
Quenteros.
not that surprising.
So it's a bit of elf weakness again, which I think that's the way to win is to just be weak against elves.
It was a
because you always
late
lose
run
to
as
against
well
elves.
because
Yeah,
his last game was the bye week, so he won all 3 of his last 3 games to run him up close. But it was just unfortunately his season start. You do need the problem is you need a decent start, so
Or
so
you're
that you
just
get
done,
to
aren't you? That's
play
the one
good
thing that'll-
players, like
yeah.
good, well-positioned teams, so you don't have terrible strength of schedule. Whereas he had quite a bad start. He got thrown into the Basti Magnus world. Saying that he did
Where the
end up
points
playing
don't matter as
Krul
much.
and Bron and people. Like it wasn't like he was farming the bottom half of the table. He still had some hard games.
That's
But
what- yeah, there is only like there just really aren't a lot of easy fixtures at the end of the day, which feels like my last 3 games were like it tanked my strength of schedule, but it's like they were just as hard as all my other games.
Yeah.
It's like,
And honestly, I think like in a league where the easy fixture you can look at is me, and I got like 5 draws this season. That's pretty rough go for anyone. Like there aren't really any easy fixtures in this.
yeah, you're losing strength of schedule, and also you might lose the game as well.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
like you're going to lose strength of schedule, and you might end up in a situation where you get 1 point out of a game that on paper should be a 3. Like
yeah,
you have to
it's
remember
tough.
that.
It's tough when the division was so close. Like there
It's
were
just-
only really
yeah,
3. There were
we
like 2
always lose
teams in
in
the
the
bye
division.
week that were absolute
I mean,
fodder, and then
like,
everything
even-
else
That
was
was
a
it,
fair
yeah.
game. Regardless,
Even
of
the teams
placement.
that we would look at and go, they're going to be the easy win. There are draws peppered around them. Like Basdi got a draw with Bolter. And like you could look at that, and you could look at Bolter and Basdi like in isolation from each other, and Basdi's team on paper, and you can go, well, that should, in theory, be an easy win for Bolter, but it just ground out into a draw.
Okay, we've made it to the playoff section, so I'm going to get out of Blood Bowl, and we can use the playoff spreadsheet from here on out, I think. So let me just check I've set this up
Lovely.
properly. I have. Right, so here's a quick look at the league table for anyone on the stream. We made it up to Outcast and the Raving Reapers, and now if I tab across, we get to see the playoff bracket. And we can see where they are, have a look at the team, have a look at their opponent. And where are the Raving Reapers? They are playing the Kill Billionaires. So let's have a quick look at these 2 teams here. So, Raving Reapers first, shall we? This is Outcast team after the season. 34-20 and 13 overall, but there'll be more games to come for these guys. There is going to be an MNG clear, so ignore these MNGs, they will come back. But yeah, Ratigan survives, Clutch survives, Richard Blitzmore recovers incredibly well to potentially get revenge, although I don't know.
I love
Did
this team, by the way. I
Linen play in
think this team
playoffs?
is so cool. Like you've got 4 different positionals who are all really good in their own thing.
Yeah,
It's just super cool to me.
peak Underworld. I love it. Because they even like these positionals also get 50k bribes and Bomber Dribble Snot. You know? Like such a good
The
team.
low price of having to have goblins and starlings.
Yeah. I mean I view that Goblins and Snotlings are just more efficient Skaven linemen on a Skaven team. They're cheaper Skaven linemen with dodge. Like
And the goblins are they're really not that bad. But
and El
Starlings-
Bellendito is definitely the 4th or 5th best player on this team. Dirty player, sneaky git. Incredible
yeah,
combination.
Probably better than the thrower, apart from if the thrower wasn't involved in 1 turns. Probably
Yeah.
even better.
He's definitely better than
Probably.
any of the line rats, that's for sure. But even the line rats have some defensive. The token grab one for the 1 turn as well. Like, it's such a clever team.
Yeah, I mean, again, one of the best. Yeah, is it even better than Bopnot for 1 turning? It's pretty close.
It's up there.
Pretty similar.
Richard Blitzmore strength busted. Oh my god, did I not even? I didn't notice. Oh my god, he got strength busted in the last game of the season. Richard Blitzmore.
Okay, that's actually
That-
really bad, isn't it? He's got horns, so it's
Horns
not
makes it
that
okay.
bad.
Horns makes it
Yeah,
okay.
horns makes it
It
basically
does.
okay, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's a horrible place to get a strength burst.
Yeah, no, it's a disaster, but it's not fatal. But it could be mortal.
Yeah, I mean,
for
if
his
we were
playoff run.
redrafting for another season, you probably would let him go because strength buster
Yeah,
just.
I think
You try
so.
and heal
I
him,
think
wouldn't you?
it's you
Oh,
would
so
try
of course,
and
yeah,
heal him.
you would retire and heal him and then fire him.
Yeah.
Mummy stomped
good
on
thing-
his nuts.
Like,
Oh
out-
god!
what
Oh,
do you call
Mommy
it?
Murder did it. Mommy Murder
Oh,
strength
this is
Yeah,
busted
Mommy
it was
Murder.
Mommy Murder doing Mommy Murder
Oh,
things,
goodness me.
clearly.
Mommy Murder. With the strength
They're a very
bust.
redraftable team, aren't they? Underworld. You could probably
They are very
spend money.
Yeah,
whenever you
very
want.
much so. Yeah, they're so cheap that.
Yep.
Yeah,
They play the Kill Billionaires, led by Scotch Rocks.
which is a
If they
bloody
deleted
great
elves,
name.
I'd probably
Yes.
play Underworld. Thinking about it.
So
Kill
Cool
Billionaires
for
is
me.
a genuinely great name for a team.
where
That
is the Kill Billionaires? They came 4th in Rel Premier. So it's 4th in Rel Premier versus 8th in G-Man Premier. And the Kill Billionaires are a Dark Elf team. So it's going to be Dark Elves versus Underworld. And Outcast will get... Let's get the MNGs sorted. So add about 400k to this.
I
So
can
it's going to
never
be
work out TV
1650 versus 1735 before the ritual bloodletting of selling players. I don't know if any of
Cabina's
that will
pretty good.
happen.
I think I've only seen them once. I did watch a little bit of Rel because they stream it quite. There's quite a good streaming coverage in Rel. So if
Yeah.
I'm staying up late, I like to watch a little game.
Oh, nice.
And I mean, they look good, don't they?
There's an
They've got-
assassin here.
An
Yeah, they do.
assassin. You got an
That's
assassin.
Oh, and the dummy
It's a-
assassin as well, the shadowing lineman that is trying to be an assassin but not quite. That's quite funny. And
I think this is a super swingy game. Martin saying Outcast could win. I definitely could, but I feel like these games, it's just who gets like the big removal. If you take out a key
Yeah.
player,
I
it
think I
suddenly
do
swings
favor
so
Outcast,
much.
right? Because these guys are only
Outcast-
strength 3.
Outcast is disgustingly good. So
I think I
like,
favor.
I would-
I think I favor him. I think I favor him because
Mm.
he's going to struggle against in the bash matchups or the hybrid matchups where the strength burst is going to be a problem. But against Dark Elves, it shouldn't be a problem. The strength 3 blitzing, and I think
you
Underworld
should be,
just
you should get away with it.
like Ratigan's
But
going
if
to
you
go
roll
to town on these
pushes and
guys.
then Bullet gets one hit on the back, it could go. I think he's definitely got a very good chance, but it's a
I'm not-
swingy
yeah,
matchup.
I'm worried that I'm putting my G-Man bias blinkers on here, but how does this Dark Elf team deal with the Strength 5 prehensile tail tackle piece? Frenzy
I
block.
don't think they do.
Just,
They don't
yeah,
do
I
it
think
easily.
I think you just try and stay out of the way. You
So
just try
good
and
luck.
kill
Good
all the
luck to
other
Scotch
little
Rocks. I think
boys.
he's going to need it. Next,
Essentially, what we're saying is that if Ratigan has a good game, then Outcast has a good game, and the Kill Billionaires struggle.
next up, we've got the King of the Orcs. It's Martin Krul, straight from Fresh Division into 7th place.
Which is
I called him
Crazy.
out as saying, does he have the juice to make it in the Premier Division? And he proved me right. Well, proved me wrong
He totally
pretty
did.
hard by going 5-5-2 with his Orcs. And Mommy
think it's
Murder
just
with
the
the
best
pivotal strength burst.
fresh, maybe the best ever fresh record, apart from the first season when everyone was fresh.
I mean, I'm 5-6-1. So
Oh, you fresh? Were you not around last season?
no, I was fresh last
Right,
season.
Yeah, you came together, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Second
yeah.
best fresh.
By
Okay,
one
maybe we're
result.
doing Lothra Erasal there, so we should wind
Well,
on
I
next.
think Fluffy Unicorns. Unfortunately, he's in the G-Man quadrant here, and he's playing He's playing Viking Cop.
Okay.
So this is the
that's a
state
tough-
of the
that's
Fluffy
a tough
Unicorns.
game.
Mommy Murder, fresh off the
Yeah.
bat of a maiming, is still strength busted herself, but
Mhm.
brought someone else down to her level. But otherwise, yeah, it's just Orcs, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
It's just it looks like the other orc teams.
Oh, we've had a casualty. Daddy Cruel has died, and we've moved on to Daddy Cruel the second. So that was a bloody last game, wasn't it? How did he die,
Yeah.
Martin
Yeah,
Cruel?
you're only
Really
allowed
was.
three big ones. It's the rules, isn't it?
Yeah. Succumbing to Garcis's law, apparently.
I died. You have to instantly concede the game.
I told you, like you have strength 4 players. One of them will repeatedly die and never level up to the level where you want it to be.
How
to
did he go
actually-
down? How did he go down? Cruel?
complement the
What was your
team.
Ooh,
fate?
a roger.
It was the Roger.
Roger. Oh,
It was, in fact, Ratigan. Ratigan killed Daddy Cruel.
Damn. Well, that's a noble way to die. Ratigan's a legend of the game. He really
Yeah,
should be honoured to have
Ratigan's
died to him.
Genuine legend.
Anyway, they will be playing up against Viking Cops, the Chorfs, the only Chorf team maybe, unless another fresh Chorf team has made it all the way. But
Viking Cop has had an absolute romp of a season. From
I had a quick look, and it looks like it's just been RTSD and Viking Cops seal clubbing 8 other poor people.
Yeah, it's been stacked in fresh, hasn't it?
These poor bastards.
We all know how how good Viking Cop is. So Viking Cop on a roll like this is a scary proposition.
Yep. All his blockers are block guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you've got it all, haven't you? Apart from one tackle somewhere.
Jesus. The Hobgoblin ball carrier is not there yet. Really, he's only blocks through hands. No. But they've only played 12 games. So.
To me, yeah.
I just want to see the fire
not
breathers
that scary,
in action,
but effective,
baby.
I think is cool. Yeah, no one. This is like people in playoffs won't mind getting this draw, but it can still do stuff.
Yeah, 100%. This
is
is one of those ones where you go,
do they have any
very average.
Sorry, you go on. I was just interesting. Sorry.
You're right. This is a very average-looking team, but on its day, it will just run roughshod over you. It will just go like, I don't care about any of your skills. I will just pummel you into the ground.
Yeah, I think unfortunately they've had a terrible draw. They found the Orcs, which is just more guard and more stats. Ironhard Skin does nothing. There's no claw. And did the Chorfs have any good star players? Does anyone know?
They've got Barrack Farblast. I mean, it's bombs, isn't it? So that's pretty good.
Who is Zharg Madai? Is that a real guy?
Yes, that is a real guy.
Anyway, we're gonna find out about them in this game. So I'm definitely gonna try and watch this one.
I think this might be a really good matchup for Martin Krul because, he just has slightly more sauce, and this could be one of those ones where it just turns into a real big snowball. But I would never, ever, ever write Viking Cop out of anything ever. So
absolutely, yeah, he's one of the guys who just lives in fresh, doesn't he? Because he likes it there.
I think I have to back I'm going to back the Krul because I want to see the me versus Krul rematch in the Super Bowl this season. So
also we gotta back our G-Man friends. It's G-Man for life.
Oh, G-Man for life. G-Man. So this is quite interesting. So the winner of this game will play the winner of the next game we're going to cover, which is the Knights versus the Abracadabras. That's right. Zorg gets to play Jed again, this time in the postseason. And let's look at these Knights, shall we? It's all about the Knights, baby.
It's not. It's all about Baron Pauli.
It's all about one of the Knights. He has
one of the Knights. Yeah, he's got 3.
He's actually picked up a few skills on these other guys.
Yeah, there's some sort of ability here on these players. They found some good pieces here. Reginald Randomus, leader pass and running pass. Try and link up with the Baron.
Was that a random? Surely running pass was
maybe.
Has to be, surely.
Like, when do you see running pass in this game? I
think
exactly. The only running pass player
his name doesn't even know what it is. His name is Reginald Randomus. If you're not taking random skills on him, you deserve to just be excommunicated from Rebel forever.
I like that approach, man. I think if I ever got to playoffs, I'd be like, "Yep, I'm just glad to be here."
Dude, this team is so tragic. The fact that you have to take block on your wrestle guys for them to be somewhat decent is a warrant. Oh my god!
It's weird that I always think like you would just, even though you kind of want block, like you still be so painful to do it. I can't imagine actually doing it. But I guess once you've got guard and stand firm, who cares, right?
Oh, Krul's offering to cast his game. I think it'd be better if you casted other people's games and then let other people cast your game. Personally,
I always feel a little bit weird watching someone's playoff game when they do their own cast.
Yeah, I think it's
we're heading into playoffs. Yeah, we're heading into playoffs. There aren't that many of us streaming. I will. This is a vow. I will attempt to stream as many playoff games as I possibly can around work and other commitments.
I mean, it's the Easter. It's the Easter long weekend.
Exactly. If you are setting up your playoff game, put it somewhere where I can see it, and if I can cast it, I will cast it, and then talk absolute nonsense.
Yeah, me too. Dude, I had a warm-up cast this week against. Not against. I did the game with Surreal versus Ameno, and I forgot how break tackle works during the cast. and I also started it an hour early because I forgot about daylight savings. So I needed the
You have
warm up
to-
so badly.
You'll have
for
to
my
Google
casting.
running past to cast this game.
Yeah. Very good. They all go up against the Abracadabras. So let's first off congratulate Jed on making it to the top once again. Is he back to back?
I mean, in a
He's
season with
back to
so much churn below him, Jed is the only person where, like, what, 3 games in, we were like, yeah, he's making it to playoffs.
Yeah, because that last season they were like Spartacus was up there or whatever.
Mm.
Right? Jed has just been out in the lead forever.
He's a cut above. 38, 6 and 12 is the career on the team. And he's one of those coaches where like you play like 3 turns against him and you're like, oh my god, this guy knows what he's doing. Like he says like nothing. I started my drive against him, and after like 2 or 3 turns of it, I was like, well, I'm just reacting to what he's doing. I have no initiative here whatsoever. I was very lucky to get a 1-1 as well.
I think both of my games against Jed have been basically over by turn 2.
Okay, that's rough. That's rough, coach.
Like, honestly,
once it starts, it doesn't
Rel are
stop.
quite lucky here in that we've ended up with a draw where he's up against Sword again.
Oh,
because I
he's
think
insulated. He's playing all G-Man till the quarterfinals.
Any Rel coach that
Really?
Jed was going up in this first round, if that was the thing that happened, would be terrified because he is such a good coach, such a good team. Even with Wolf-de-Mort dying, he's just weathered it and just gone on to still rack up the wins. He is the great G-Man hope in this. And if he loses in the first round, I'm going to feel very embarrassed.
I think he's a
them.
dice lord.
Nah, it means that Baron Powley's going to take his crown at the top of the tree. No, I think it's all about the Baron.
It is Dice Lord versus Dice Lord player at this point. If Baron Powley has a great game, then Zord definitely takes
dude,
it.
imagine Baron Powley killing Dumbledore.
I want it to happen, but I
I
can't even pretend to back Zord in this game.
Give me the knights.
Sorry, Zord, we love you very much, but yeah, we're all basically going, yeah, Jed's gonna win this.
It's not about the werewolf Spider-Man. It's all about the knights, baby. It's all about the knights. Let's go, Baron.
I think it's all about the whites. They're gonna ruin.
Yeah, those whites are disgusting. Truly disgusting.
I almost lost my game against Jed trying to block Morrigost with tackle and finding push.
I'm really telling you, just like I've got a 2 dice block on this guy, and I'm not going to take it.
I was so greedy. I wanted to kill it.
Exactly. Like this could go so horribly wrong. I'm just not going to risk it at all.
What's this foul appearance? I forget it has foul appearance as well because it's not a Nurgle team, so you forget it exists. And then I foul appearance. Oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks, dude. I tried to blitz
just
it.
Puts that little bit of doubt in your brain. It just puts that little bit of doubt in your brain where you're like, should I do this?
Dude, I tried to blitz it with my killer so I could score and win 2-1, and I snakes the foul appearance and I used my last reroll on it.
And oh man,
I wanted to cry. Anyway, let's go the Knights. I believe in you. But congrats to Jed for winning. Well done.
I mean, everyone is going to be supporting Zord in that game.
Yeah, Jed will be the heel until we stop.
Everyone's going to be supporting Zord in that game simply because we do not believe he will win. So this is not like a knock on Jed. It's just saying we all love an underdog, especially in G-Man. That's the thing. We want to cheer
when he
the
basically
underdog.
runs Rebel as well.
Yeah, exactly. He's the reason we're all here, so we have to support him.
Of course. Yeah.
Right. Now is me. My turn. I came 5th in the end. I went 5, 6, and 1 somehow. A lot of draws.
Yeah, ramping up those draws.
Yeah, ramping up the draws.
The Inhuman draw machine.
So
the Inhuman draw machine.
Yep.
Spartacus got more wins than you, and Bob more wins than you. Don't even cry. It's all about the draws.
Yeah, I drew quite a lot. I took an armor bust on my Saka on the last game against Jed, but that's acceptable, I suppose. Yeah, I break the Gaustus rule in that all of my bloaters have made it to level 3 unscathed.
Indeed.
Fucking Sarugi no Mai has been stuck forever. I wanted to get into Claw, but he's been stuck forever. Isle of Iran has done nothing all season long. I've activated him like 12 times, and he's really stupid at about 4 of them. But he stopped me from losing to Jed, so for that I'm forever grateful. And
either one sometimes you just won't activate that, right? Stand Firm Tentacles doing a job.
Yeah, Mistline has been my favorite piece to play with.
It's a great combo, it really is, because it just makes him a massive pain in the arse.
I mean, it's not like compared to a Menno's team and like McSwiss's team. This is like pretty average, but I've just gotten some really hot dice, and Mistline is an incredibly
you've got
funny piece to
enough
play
as
with.
well. Couple of claws, or the guard. You know, you don't need anything flashy as long as you can move the ball.
You've kind of exemplified the kind of idea of soupy Nurgle, where you're just like you're stuck in the middle and you can't really move anywhere, and it's just really turgid, and like you're just like at some point your opponent just loses the will to live.
Exactly. Oh, you've got it in a nutshell, haven't you?
The fifth disgusting whatever appearance fails, you're just like, I don't care anymore. I just want this game to be over. Please let it be over.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh well, I've just got 3 points.
Mistline I just randomed twice because he got like a touchdown and an MVP, and he ended up on like a weird amount of SVP, and I didn't because he was my fourth goat, and the fourth one kept dying. And so at this point, I had all the goats I needed. I had the carrier one, I had the killer one, I had the sacker one. So I'm like, I'll just random and build off that. And so he randomed Prehensile Tail, and then I randomed him again, and he got Big Hand. So he's like,
I mean, if the ball's on the floor,
dude,
he's good either way, isn't he?
Dude,
That's
he's
actually
so
not
good because he was like, I can put him next to tentacles, I can put him next to tackle, and like he's really good just to hang out because everyone forgets about him. Then when the ball gets in trouble on when I'm defending well and the ball gets in trouble, I just stand him nearby. And sometimes you can even you can go in and pick up when he's like surrounded it with tackle zones because I got Big Hand. So I can just Big Hand and then hand off to Vegas.
And even if you fail the pickup, you've got tail on the ball. It's really not that terrible.
I think my favorite game was against. Who did I enjoy playing against the most? I did enjoy the Jed game. And I enjoyed the Shamba game.
Who enjoys playing Jed?
I enjoyed it because
bizarre.
I mean, as
learned a lot.
McSwiss has pointed out, the Nurgle way is to annoy your opponent, and I think this team is pretty much geared up for that, isn't it? It's a team where you're just like, oh my god, I have to play this team.
I mean,
although who is your opponent? If that tab is anything to
I'm playing Lumi. I'm playing the pastry
that's
pets.
not one of the easiest.
No, it's one of the hardest draws, I think.
Very much not. This is Lumi, I think, isn't it?
He has an Agi 1+ leaping gutter runner with 2 heads and big.
I was gonna say if there's someone who doesn't care about Nurgle, it's an Agi 1+.
That is a genuinely fucked player, isn't it? It's just a player.
Well, my logic is that he does have to catch the ball if he wants to one turn.
Just forfeit the game because just go away.
Yeah,
it is true. He needs. Yeah, that's your one chance. I mean, it's still like the worst matchup for him in terms of one turning. But
look at these injuries on the right hand side as well.
They're very bloodied.
Ridiculous player that's got like 3 niggles.
I've got a triple niggle. My catch is triple niggle.
I'm a bit scared that I'm going to turn up to the game and he'll have sacked 3 line rats and he'll get a wizard against me. Because if he gets, I think the way he beats me is he induces a wizard and then he just bolts and then picks up on Marshmallow. That's what I assume he's going to do. So I'm going to have to do the like negotiations where you say, are you getting rid of anything? And he's like, oh, I'm getting rid of that. And I'm like, okay, I'll get rid of this. And then you go down. And then 6, then you end up playing double 7s, basically.
You can play like 6 rough guy. I think because that's one way, but it's also just the 1-0, isn't it? If he brings the ball down, that big hand, it's not that good. It's like, it could be.
This is a game that's going to hinge on like 1 or 2 dice rolls.
Yeah,
there's going to be 1 or 2 dice rolls where everyone goes, that is literally the turning point in this game. And the winner will be decided on who rolls that 1 at that very crucial time.
Yeah, who will he pass the tense check on Marshmallow? That's what I'm hoping the roll will be.
I think
Lumi's a good enough coach that he'll make it so that's not the case, and it's just dodges, and then I'm screwed.
I think it'll be tough for you because moving.
And there's too much beef in the way. I can't get to the like. He'll always have 11 pieces unless I get killing Core Knight levels of dice, where I just look at something and it gets badly hurt, which is what happened against Core Knight, by the way. I just pitch cleared him.
You got 8 kills
against Orcs. It was pretty horrific. Anyway, that's enough about me. Let's look at Braun, who's I think should probably win some sort of award for doing what he's done with what he has.
Braun has been very fucking special. Like I think
in a nice
every single week I predicted Braun that would lose because of. But every single week I predicted that Braun would lose because on paper Braun should have lost.
Dude, I predicted him to go like 30.
Absolutely mangled this season. He's
last
just
season
gone,
he got like
I don't
12
care.
draws, didn't he, or whatever? Just like nothing to write home about. And now he's like, "Yep, I've got 2 players, and I win all my games."
Well, I imagine that Lord Borax played a starring role. If he has that, because it's Chaos Chosen, right? You can choose which school you go down. That's what I'd have done. I'd have chosen Nurgle and induced Borak every game because that's.
Do you get to? How does that work? Do you choose that?
It's like with Norse. Like when you build
Yes,
it,
you
when
do.
you create the team, you get to choose which inducement package you get. Like Norse can go human or they can go Khorne, I think, or something like that, or they can go like Lustria. Can't remember.
Correct.
Well, the Skeggy reference, that's a deep cut.
Yeah, someone on the Blood Bowl, someone on Cyanide was playing Total War Warhammer, I think, and did that one. But no, Beginner's Luck in Action survived the season and carried the team to victory along with the motley crew of star players, I'm sure. But massive congrats to Bron. What's their reward? And they get to play out. They get to play Goblins, I think. They play.
And this team's quite well set up. I was just thinking. I mean, it's T-Self, so it's not an easy win. But
No,
I think they are like. If as an elf coach, I'd rather play Bob's team than these guys who are just lean enough. They'll get inducements. They can carry the ball well, and they can kill a guy every turn.
Yeah.
I think
That's
anyone who
enough
looks at
against
this and goes,
goblins,
"Oh, this is Stunties. This is going to be an
I think he's
easy
talking
role."
about Bron's team,
Look
but
at
yeah.
those trolls.
Wormbane,
man.
Wormbane did make it to Legend. So T-Self spent all season trying to get into Legend. He's not. Is he quite there yet? He doesn't say he's quite there yet. I think he's made it. No, I saw in the Stunty Discord he's made it.
He wants like a stat or something, doesn't he? He's one FPP off getting what he actually wanted to take.
Is this the best Stunty team?
No, it's the 3rd best Stunty team. So Puppet Justice was like top 3 in REL. Actually, I can give you the actual information.
Actually, to be fair, Puppet Justice's team is better.
So Puppet Justice came 7th in REL on 23 points. Surreal came 3rd in G-Man Premier on 22 points. And so T-Self gets the thing
with Surreal's team is that on paper it's not the best because it's basically like 4 players and then a load of chaff.
Well, that's all.
Yeah, T-Self's got like a proper. He's got goblins that are built and so that.
Yeah,
they're like built. So you can weather losing a couple of really key players on this team. Whereas if Surreal loses a tree early doors, then Surreal's going to struggle.
I mean, I think if you kill a troll, T-Self is in real trouble.
Yeah, I mean that's the case. That's always the case with these stunty teams. But Eos is a movement 8 goblin with sure hands and catch. So
you'll see some pro teammates.
And Wormbane has strong arms, so yeah, there's definitely a 1-turn potential. Punk, he has his dirty player Hooligan. Armored up to 9+ because it's such an important piece. It's armor 9+ with 3 serious injuries.
So my own heart. I mean, I've watched this team a lot, and they're very good. Obviously, goblins are goblins, but this is a real struggle for anybody.
It's a serious team. I'd probably back T-Self to win against Chaos Chosen.
Well, I was going to say he's not going to get. Who gets inducements? In this
or Bron gets induced. Oh no, there's 2 MNGs. The Bron.
Yeah, the Bron. Yeah, I mean that's weird, isn't it?
So 14, 20.
I absolutely cannot back anyone against Bron because Bron has confounded expectations the entire season. Bron is the ultimate definition of a wild card. I think Bron could absolutely dick over T-Self in this, and none of us would be that surprised having watched his season.
Trust me, T-Self wins. I like Bron. He's done really well, but this is the perfect matchup for Goblins because it's a load of players. It's like not that many players. It's not a full roster. Actually, he's got a bench, but only like half the players will have defensive skills. The other half will be free to punch with the trolls, and there's no dodge, and they don't have the danger for stunties is agi because the sackers can 2 dice your ball carrier. So
yeah.
I just can't do it. I cannot back anyone against Bron. I'm sorry.
He'll never get up again, will he?
Well,
true.
That's the pundits' verdict. They'll be playing up against. They could meet Jedel Zord or Viking Cop or Martin Krul in the quarterfinals. Should they win, they have to go a bit further.
Goblins are very beatable. Things go wrong.
2 more.
I think the next round is kind of the running into the wall stage for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go to Surreal now. And they are 3rd place on Halflings, by the way. 6, 4, and 2 on halflings.
6 wins and only
And-
2 losses. Joint least losses in the grid.
Just so we're clear as well, they did beat Jed.
Yep.
Jed
not
did
this
lose to
season.
halflings. It was last season.
But we
But,
all remember when Jed lost. It's
Indeed.
not funny to say.
No, it's really not anymore, is it? When Jed's in first and they're in third, it doesn't feel like it's like that big a deal.
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah, they're in third. So that makes sense.
Of course, I mean, we all know what the engine is. It's the fact that they're playing mostly bash teams and they have a really good throw teammate 1-turn. So they turn a lot of the 2-1 grinds into 2-2s. And
which is
if they get good
if they get 2
removals, they can
losses.
easily turn it into 2-1s with a quick throw teammate. And Haley has survived the season. The movement 7 catcher. With sprint sure feet, all the trimmings. What level are they up to? Are they a legend? They are a
6
legend.
movement ups on the
They're
first 3
genuinely
fights.
horrible to play against because if you can't get the removals on them, they just build a sort of nucleus of players around the trees and Haley Twinkletoes, and they wait till the last possible moment, chuck Haley Twinkletoes over the top and score.
Yeah, it's very good. And
you
Miss
just
Pearl is a dirty
lose.
player. It's scary. Sorry, I'm once again interrupting you, Gastus. My bad.
You're fine. Don't worry.
Hi, Herringzord.
Zord's here.
Hello, Zord.
Hello, Zord. We just caught the. Oh, you missed the Baron versus Jed preview. I'm very sorry. We've made it to Uber Flings, and they're playing up against Castle Anthrax.
We all predicted that you'd win against Jed. Just don't rewind.
Which is Amazons. Amazons from where? We're L 12th on 19 points. Coach Gearzut. I believe that's Mountain Time, ETC -5, or maybe it's Central. 15 Amazons are stood here in the way of the Uber Flings, and it's not a good matchup, I don't think. Amazons are going to do incredibly well into this. 2 defensives and 2 blitzers. One of them is got all the trimmings, Mighty Blow, Sidestep, Tackle. That's all you need, really. Level 5 blitzer, bad for business. 2 throwers, which is a bit of a surprise. We've got an on-the-ball pass, safe passer, and then we've got a leader, on-the-ball pass, safe pass, sure hands. So that is a lot of SPP on throwers.
That's definitely the most passing skills anyone's ever had.
I think that gives hope to the Flings, because that's quite a lot of SPP on a piece that won't do much for that SPP. Cindy can do a number on this team.
Don't really see
tackle,
this
though.
team doing well in this game, but we'll see.
I think they really could.
I think it's a Cindy gap. I'm pretty sure. Like Cindy into armor 8+ is incredibly. Like bombers into 8+ is very good, especially actually 3 8+, because they might not.
I mean, we're looking at 4 tackle, which is great, but at the same point, it's 4 tackle with no mighty blow, and they've got to get through that wall of just complete chaff to get anything done.
I mean,
so yeah, this feels like a surreal. Surreal has the advantage here.
I think he gets about 300 in terms of induce. Maybe he gets up to about 4, maybe 300 to 400 inducements. So we're definitely thinking wizard bribe Cindy package would be my expectation.
And then that turns messy because we're looking at a bunch of players with A+ AV.
Yes.
So yeah, it's like this becomes a field day for the stupid, useless in inverted commas, skillless halflings to just foul the shite out of anything that goes on the floor.
Yeah,
a lot of tackle, blow, frenzy, tackle. If they just put a lot of pressure on, could be tough for the old Flings. And like I say, his win record.
Yeah,
is
I know they've got tackle and MB, but realistically, what are you hitting? 1 a turn?
Well, with that much tackle, sometimes they roll a 2 on the dodge, and then you've got a lot more. But we'll see. I will back Surreal. I think he'll have the it depends on the inducements. If Gearzut trims it down, then the Uberflings might struggle. But if they get 350, I think I can't bet against Surreal based on how I've seen him play.
Very hard to bet against Surreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. The last matchup that we're going to see and talk about is Winteros. He's been very patient. He finished second behind best of the rest behind Jed here.
Very strong.
He has a 1.61 strength to schedule.
Which is hard to sniff out.
Where did the Shadow Dragons end up? What era? Oh, they're playing. We might see a Winteros versus Surreal matchup in the round of 16. They're playing Koi.
Pretty juicy.
So, how did the Shadow Dragons finish? I can't remember if they had any super. I think this was like the really wide one where it was just all Bloodstep and no super pieces.
This is the team that like didn't exist
Yeah,
15 games ago and is
Yeah.
now just
really well
God,
developed.
which else is always odd to me, but yeah, I mean this team's just lovely. Doesn't have any fanciness, but it's
Yeah.
just got lots of.
It's another
Bloodstep.
G-Man mirror, by the way. He's playing up against RTSD.
Yeah.
So both the G-Man
Yeah.
Fresh coaches have matched G-Man Premier coaches.
RTSD had a
playoffs.
fantastic season as well. Like this is a elf off, and this should be fun. I think this would be a fun game for both coaches,
Yeah, as long
regardless
as
of the outcome.
versus Dark Elves. I think it's going to be Winterus. It's tough though because RTSD plays a lot of Blood Bowl. Like that man is in almost every. I think he's in every Discord server for Blood Bowl. Like he's really good at this game.
Yeah,
He's definitely on a par with Winterus.
I mean, Wintros is also extremely.
Yeah, it's going to be a very high.
I'll be honest. I
match.
think this is too close to call. I think this is another one that's going to come down to a couple of dice rolls.
Is Wintros like the most famous coach in Rebel? I don't know. He must be up there.
I think these days, yeah. I don't know.
Probably.
Misspelled Tree's not in the league anymore.
No, I think I
he
think
was in the
three
league.
would have been last
Tough,
season.
back in the old days when everyone was it.
I mean, it has.
I-
I think
I'm going
lifetime it's got to be
Yeah.
Tree because I don't think any other Rebel coach has been on the Twitch front page.
Jimmy Fantastic.
Oh yeah, he did used to play back. That's
Jimmy
way
and Andy
back in the
Davo
day.
both have played
Yeah.
multiple Rebel seasons in the past.
Jimmy
haven't they?
Fantastic and Andy Davo.
And Chunter, obviously.
Right. I think we're getting
had
lost in the
a while
reminiscing here as we tip into 2 hours. As we tip into 2 hours worth of
Me, so
recaps.
I'm voting
Give
for
me
Wintros
the
'cause he's more
dragons.
famous.
Give me the dragons.
Yeah, we're gonna G-man this. No, wait, it's G-man for both. It's just G-man.
No
Fresh
tackle.
G-man.
What's that no
Yeah.
tackle going to do against all that Bloodstep?
Yeah. Give me the dragons. Dragons versus Uberflings in one round of 16 game. Knights versus Pink Fluffy Unicorns in another round of 16 game.
Are we plotting out our full playoff predictions here?
No, I think
Wintros
we have
will be the
we have a
fling.
surprise announcement. So if anyone's made it along this far,
Indeed.
we have a
I'm
surprise
gonna
announcement.
build up some suspense, and I'm gonna disappear and go and grab myself a little glass of whiskey before I read out the prepared
You
statement.
can- you
Oh
can
my
smash in
goodness,
the,
a glass of
booze.
whiskey.
Is that your
a work
third
thing.
drink of the recap?
Do you want
There
me
was-
to?
there
Do you want
was
me to charge
drinking
your
involved.
smoking pipe as well, my lord?
Indeed, there was drinking involved. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right.
Oh goodness me!
What do we talk about now?
Build
for
some
3 minutes?
suspense. Build some suspense.
So as we know, in theory, next season is supposed to be the brand spanking shiny new rule set that we all get to enjoy. We all get to take Fumble Rooski en masse and have Claw on our high elves. Sorry, I forgot that it was you who was in the call with me. I didn't mean that to take the piss out of you. But I'm sure, well, you might not be aware if you're not like a Blood Bowl nerd and you just hang out here. But the publishing company, not the developers, but the publisher of Blood Bowl 3 is in severe financial distress. And there's been a lot of speculation as to what the fate of Cyanide will be, which is the small development team that works on these games. And that's all a bit up in the air. I think everyone is kind of assuming that Blood Bowl's too popular now for Games Workshop to let it die, but there could well be a transitional period. We also know that the demo they were going to release a demo in the middle of March. You'll notice it's now April and the demo's not available. I don't think it is anyway. So that's the backdrop for this announcement, because everyone's sort of wondering what's going to happen. I mean, nobody knows unless, we've had some cheeky insider information, but I highly doubt it. Because I don't think anyone at Cyanide really knows what's going on.
I was going to say, yeah, they probably don't know themselves.
So it's all a bit up in the air. And so it's rightly led to the question of, well, are we going to do it? Is there going to be an Cup? So how can we start? What if we start next season and a week in we see an announcement that it's all over in 2 weeks' time? And also Zord's going on paternity leave at some point in the future as well, and that would probably start happening in the middle of next season. So there's a lot to think about in terms of the Rebel League structure. Let alone what the hell everyone's going to do for the next 6 weeks if they haven't made playoffs. Apart from obviously watching all the playoff games on the various Twitch channels and putting their hat in the ring and casting some of the games as well, so that we get full coverage. I mean, I'm sure we'll definitely be seeing that. Okay, I built up some suspense.
You've done some great time thing. Is Gastos like, is he going out to a pub to get this through? Does he go sort of
His wife's been like,
saving
"You've
a
got to
nice
stop
few
drinking."
little workers?
How many
It's,
Blood Bowl leagues offer? I think we might offer more paternity leave than the British government, to be honest. Oh god damn it! I've broken the. Hang on, where's controls in? Can we make this thing view only, please? Like, I did not.
Have you been deleting coaches again?
Um, we're
Oh
very
yes, you are
progressive.
indeed not audible at the moment.
Absolutely,
So-
we're incredibly woke and proud.
Okay, well, I'm
Oh,
not
now
entirely
you're
sure.
audible.
Can you hear
Now
me?
we can
Yes,
hear
we
you now.
can. Let me just check. You're nice and loud. Yep. Say something.
All right.
Okay.
Hello. I'm back. I've been back for several minutes, and I thought they were just trolling me.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so as an admin crew, we've been discussing this, and given the circumstances around what's been happening with WHBB and cyanide and Nason, is it Nason? I don't know how to pronounce that. Whatever it is, anyway, we have decided that we cannot run the Euro because we are pretty sure that if we do, what will happen is that the Euro will have to end early with no winner and it'll be horrible and no one will like it. So we've been having some discussions about what will happen, and I have a prepared statement to read out, which will be posted on the Discord, so everyone will be able to read this at their leisure. So I'm going to read, and then people can ask me questions. Does that make sense? Is everyone happy with that?
I think we should play some music underneath this announcement.
No. I'm scared it will eclipse his voice. So
Don't play some music. So this is the prepared statement, which I wrote and then people have looked at. In these uncertain times, in which we as an administration team can't say for certain if the next season will see the return of existing teams or entirely new teams competing under a new rule set, there's been much discussion over the form any postseason for those of us screwed over enough by the dice to not make it to playoffs will take. As such, we've decided not to hold the Euro this season, as the only date we have for any potential change would decidedly not give us time to conduct even a truncated version. So, what's the solution? The solution is Nuffle's Last Laugh. This is a two-stage competition run under the understanding the rug could be pulled out from under us at any time. This is totally out of our control, so anyone signing up must be aware that if it ends unsatisfyingly early, it ends unsatisfyingly early. If we can schedule some sort of final for the two best performing teams up to that point, we will, but that also can't be guaranteed and may not be possible. So, two stages. The first stage, stage one, the regional slaughter. Stage one consists of a set of regional qualifiers. These are conducted as double elimination Swiss tournaments. Coaches are seeded within their regions before the competition begins, and the overtime rule is in effect, so no draws can take place. Every coach starts in the winner's bracket. Losing in the winner's bracket drops you down to the survivor's bracket. Losing in the survivor's bracket eliminates you from the competition. That's it. Dream over. No take backsies. You're out. You get 2 games. Done. You'll always be matched by the Swiss pairings with someone as desperate as you are. So survivors bracket teams will play other survivors bracket teams in round 2. Are we all clear? I'm aware I've had a drink. If I've slurred, if you need me to repeat anything because you didn't understand, please let me know.
no, that was incredibly audible and well spoken.
Fantastic.
So
Okay.
excellent. Well said. I'm very excited for some double elim.
So we move on to stage 2.
repechage.
Ooh, stage 2, the international interbational.
Yeah.
Make it through stage 1 and you're in a straight up knockout tournament consisting of all of the teams who made it through stage 1 from all regions. This means you will likely be playing against coaches from different time zones, which is something to be aware of. Again, overtime rules will be in effect, so no draws can take place. Winners bracket coaches will be seeded against survivors bracket coaches in the international interbational until we run out of winner bracket coaches to seed. Last one standing takes the glory, the plaudits, and all that good stuff. I may even make a trophy if we have time. That might happen. So there's a couple of things that we need to know about this. So we are saying 2 wins guarantees you a place in the international international from the regional slaughter. However, at this point in time, we're probably looking at just doing 2 rounds. So anyone who wins their first game or their second game is probably going to go into the international international. This is all seat of the pants. So we're going to have to kind of fly as we go and figure out how it works from there. The other thing to note is this bit, which is playoff teams. So traditionally, playoff early outs can choose to participate in the Euro, and Nuffle's Last Laugh will be no exception in their regard. So coaches will go out in the first round of the playoffs receive a bye to the winners bracket in their respective regional slaughter for round 2. So if you lose in your first playoff game, you are eligible to go into the regional slaughter for round 2. Coaches knocked out of the playoffs in the second round, so the round of 16, are automatically eligible to participate in the international international, which means that they will qualify in the winners bracket and therefore be matched against someone in the survivors bracket, which could potentially mean, in theory, they could be drawn against the person that they knocked out in the round of 32. So we have to really be careful with this, because we are aware that at the moment the only date that we have available is the 21st of April. We don't necessarily think that that will be the date that anything happens, but it could be. So we have to run this super quick. So I will be posting the sign-up sheet tonight. You have until midnight on Saturday, midnight UTC on Saturday, to sign up. If things get weird and sluggish and people are like, oh, I can't commit, blah, 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 we might extend it, but we probably won't. And then what we really want people to do is to schedule their games as quickly as possible, so that if we can roll the rounds early, we will roll the rounds early. So this is the kind of final disclaimer on this. This could all play out as we hope, and we'll all get to have a lovely time and crown a winner at the end, or it could all vanish in a puff of smoke when WHBB drops. But then if you can't take a joke, you shouldn't have signed up for Nuffle's Last Laugh, right? Any questions, I will answer them. That's why I'm here. Let's do that thing. Talk to me. We've kind of tried to get this to be doing a thing that will work for people. Can you ask me questions or point out holes in it, and we'll deal with it? It'll be fine.
I have a question, Mr. Gustus.
Sure. Yes,
Was it you or Harringsword who wrote that last thing about taking a joke at the end?
I did.
That was very good. That was very Harringsword in the writing style. You've clearly been reading the one-day tournament sign-up posts on Reddit. I respect that. That was quite funny. I'm really excited for that. I don't think I'll be able to cover any of the games from doing playoff games, but you could have gone the Valorant route and done triple elim, but I guess you didn't have the time.
I think double elim is probably fine now.
Yeah.
If there's a missive from Cyanide at some point in the immediate future where it looks like things are going to be delayed by a couple of weeks, we could probably extend that first round to 3 weeks without any real problems, and then that gives people a kind of a sort of last chance saloon thing, and we can knock some people off and everything.
Yeah.
And obviously a lot of this is going to rely on how many people sign up, because particularly the international international, which is, a stupid name, but I love stupid names.
It is a very good name.
The kind of the level of that is going to depend on how many people are signed up. So, if we're in a situation where anyone who loses twice gets knocked out, however many signups you have is going to kind of produce the depth of field there. So it could be really interesting. It could be a ton of fun.
No, it should be good.
Boring questions. If you
Sure.
So the first round, if you lose, you got to play like an extra game, right? You have to just like squeeze that in, basically. If you like lose, win to get out of the.
Everyone plays 2 games at the moment. The way that we're looking at it is going to be a 2-round first stage. So if you win 1 game, you're through to the next stage.
Okay, I get you. And also, will there be enough losers if the playoff guys are coming in and they're all matched up against losers? Are there going to be loads of losers? More than winners?
I don't know. We are flying by the seat of our pants here, so we'll figure it out.
It'll all work out.
It's entirely dependent on
the one hard and fast we have on that is that if there is an odd number of players, then I will participate, and if we have an even number of players, then I will not participate. So the sense of
an odd number of players.
So the sense offenders will either show up or they won't, depending on how many players we have in. Then I'll just run it, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think
Harry Zor says we class everyone as a loser. So
Yeah, the reason I'm
he's
so
right.
loser focused with my questions.
But no, so the way it's going to work is we will seed the winners bracket teams against the losers bracket teams for the second round until we run out of winners brackets teams, which means that losers bracket teams will then face each other for whatever the remainder is there.
King
What
of the
we're going to do
losers.
is we're going to seed everyone. So for that first round, we're going to seed people based on performance in the season. One of the reasons that I'm giving you such a truncated time to kind of sign up is that gives me Sunday to work out where everyone should sit in the seedings.
yeah, that's fair.
Because the day off and everything. So we'll work out the seedings. People can complain about them if they make a valid point for why they're complaining about them. We're doing this very on the fly. I'm open to being convinced that someone should be seated higher than they are.
Oh,
lower than they
questioning
are.
your own authority over the masses. That's a dangerous path to take.
However, admin rule is final. So if we say this is where you are, this is you're playing, suck it up. You can drop out and be a
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, these are
pussy
people
little
these
bitch.
are people who didn't make playoffs. Like, if they're really
Exactly.
if they're really
Yeah.
stressing about winning it, like, dude, you're in the wrong competition.
Yeah.
High key.
And there was a little bit of debate about how being in the playoffs would work, but
Yeah.
the way that we look at it, round of 32 players have got a chance to lose their game when they come in, and if they lose their game, then they go in against someone who potentially has come in from the round of 16. So it could even be the person they got beaten by in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's sometimes it's like, well, if they made it to the round of 16, they did get to play 2 postseason games, which is the same as the people who got to play 2. So I can see there's probably some argument somewhere to keep the round of 16 out of it, but I suspect you'll need the numbers. So
yeah, we'll see how they all feel at the
think
time as well. It might be that only 2 of them want to sign up, or it might be they all want to get in.
Exactly. I think it's best to have the option there. And, ultimately, if it comes down to it and we get told that there's going to be like 4 weeks between the end of this and the next season, we'll do some mini thing for everyone to have a bit of a laugh with. But at least this way, everyone gets to play their team at least one last time, except for the people who get to the end of the playoffs who are doing something else anyway. You can have a little bit of progression. You can have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
So if these teams go away, at least we've not just left you in the limbo.
I'm assuming this is this is not resurrection format. This is eternal format.
It is not resurrection format.
I hope killing players permanently is a real high point of focus.
I mean, the clue's in the name, right? It's not the Reddit Resurrection Blood Bowl League, so
it's Nuffle's last laugh. And the second round of it, the first round of it is the regional slaughter, and the second round of it is the international international. So I want to see dead players on this one.
Right. I'm going to call us time here. I'll give it a bit longer in case there's any last minute questions from the chat, but we have been...
Does anyone have any questions from the chat before we go?
We've been at this for about 2 and a bit hours.
Questions. I will post the entire statement that I put up in the announcements in a few minutes.
Yeah, I will
also post the sign up.
After we're done, I will take a highlight of your monologue and I will also post that monologue.
That's probably terrible because I have had a couple of drinks, but I appreciate it.
Hey, no, you did very well.
I thought you did very well.
What's up?
Thank you.
I'm ready to sign up already.
Woo! Let's get some brainlord in.
I suspect I'll be ready to sign up once Lumi's had his way with me. We'll see how we go. I don't know. Honestly, I might take the time off. Actually, have a breather from playing Blood Bowl. Play more Deadlock. Because Slay the Spire 2 came out as well. So,
indeed, perfectly valid. I don't think we have any questions in the chat unless anyone wants to just drop one in last minute.
Right. I can't see any. Let me just check all the different tabs. I still can't see any. Why is
Lord Brainlord so cool?
What a good question. I wonder.
Lord Brainlord.
That might be a bot, actually. I might have to ban that one. Hold on.
Yeah, I think you should probably ban it.
Right. That's all from me, everybody. I will see you all next time. I assume the next time I stream it'll be a playoff cast. So, there we go. Second question.
How long is it expected to last? Random hero. Look, the thing with this is that we can't guarantee it will last long enough to end it. So we want to do something where people get a chance to play. but ultimately the stakes are relatively low. So if it all goes away in 2 weeks' time, it all goes away in 2 weeks' time.
Can we cheat so that
try
Mid
and
Swiss
get
and
this
Random
finished.
Hero are definitely linked
I'm
against
very
each other?
tempted. I would
I
love.
think everyone would be okay with that.
I would be very tempted to cheat because we are in a situation where the teams might all end like 2 weeks from now, for all we know. So we will hopefully end up in a situation where that happens. I want to see both of you in it so that we can potentially do that.
Yeah.
And what happens? We'll see what happens.
Right.
I think no one's going to take this seriously enough to be
Yeah,
horribly,
exactly. I'm gonna be mad if
horribly
these guys
upset
play.
if we
I think, yeah,
game things ever so slightly.
100%.
So, yeah. So
Okay.
we'll park that for now. I'll talk to the other admins. We'll see if we can get that arranged.
I like the idea of gloves being slapped across the faces across the entirety of Rebels. People want that one
I
last
kind of love
grudge
that too.
match.
I
Can we
would
just set
love
up
to see
all
people just
grudge
do that.
matches? Yeah, that'd be so good.
I would kind of love if people do that because this is probably the best time to do that. And
Especially
if it makes
round
sense,
one.
I don't see why we shouldn't try and
Nominate some classic pairings.
It asserts the fact that it's a non-serious competition pretty cleanly.
Exactly. Yeah. Also stops them
accommodate
caring
people
too
for
much.
this. And if it turns out that afterwards, after all these grudge matches happen and everyone's beating up everyone's teams, we have to use them next season. Tough shite. That's just what
That's what you get for stepping in the ring. Right, I'm going to call it there, boys, before we talk ourselves to sleep. Pleasure to see you, to have you both. I'm hoping I'll be seeing you guys casting playoff games before I lose my voice.
Yeah, I'm going to try and I'll definitely co-cast whenever needed, but
Right.
I'll try even cast.
I'll hold it there. There's going to be no raid because I don't think there's one English streamer playing Bloodborne. He's got so many viewers, another 10 won't make a difference. So I'll call it there. And have a nice evening, everybody, and good luck in the playoffs. Good luck in the regional bastional or whatever the hell it was called. And have a nice evening.
It's Nuffle's last laugh. God damn it!
I meant phase 1. Right.